to deliver an inspiring message and formally welcome to everyone to today's University Career Forum. It is my great honor to introduce our distinguished guest, a dedicated leader and educator. She continues to play an important role in strengthening academic excellence and student development in University of Makati. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give all a warm round of applause to our University Secretary, Dr. Juvie B. Hermosura.
To the organizer of this event, the CLP led by Director Cynthia Jose, to our industry partners, guests, faculty members, department chairs who are here, students, graduating students, good morning. A warm welcome to everyone joining us to our career and employment programs with the theme, Shaping Futures, Rise with Purpose, Shine with Innovation Anywhere. Today marks more than just another institutional activity. It is an opportunity to empower dreams, discover possibilities, and prepare for the ever-evolving world of work. In today's highly competitive and rapidly changing professional landscape, success is no longer defined solely by academic achievement, but also by one's ability to adapt, lead, create, and make meaningful contributions whenever opportunities may arise. This program serves as a platform to connect talent with opportunity, knowledge with practice, and aspirations with real-world possibilities. To our students and job seekers, may this event inspire you to pursue careers aligned with your passions, values, and strengths. Be courageous in exploring new paths, confident in showcasing your abilities, and intentional in shaping the future you want to build. To our industry partners, resource speakers, and organizers, thank you for sharing your expertise, opportunities, and unwavering support in developing the next generation of professionals and leaders. May this program inspire everyone to rise with purpose, shine with innovation, and succeed anywhere. Thank you, and again, good morning.
Thank you very much, Yusek Hermosura, for your inspiring and meaningful message. To guide everyone, here is our program flow for today's program. Segment 1, Career and Employment Coaching. Segment 2, Roundtable Discussion. And Segment 3, Labor Education for Graduating Students. We are packed with meaningful topics today, and I am sure that all of this will truly help you as you prepare for your future careers. So we encourage everyone to listen, participate, and take note of valuable insights. With that, we now proceed to our Segment 1, Career Employment Coaching. Our speaker is the Director of the Center for Guidance and Counseling Services of the University of Makati. She is a licensed guidance counselor and psychometrician with over a decade of experience in academic counseling, psychological assessment, and student development. With her strong background in clinical psychology and education, she has continuously led programs that support student growth, career readiness, and mental health advocacy. Let us all welcome Ms. Giselle Hannah Rojas.
Magandang umaga. Pakibati naman yung katabi mo ng good morning or maganda ka pa sa umaga. Okay, so I am tasked to discuss with you a short, sige, i-check daw muna natin. Okay, so ayan. Sige, balik muna tayo. Ayan, gumagana yung clicker. Thank you, Miss Erica. Okay, so, ayan. So, excited na ba kayo? Saan? Wala. Okay. So, Now, let's try to feel ano ba yung nararamdaman mo now that you are about to graduate? Hindi ko marinig. May mic ba tayo? Stress? Yun lang yung narinig ko. Anxious? Ano pa yung iba? All of the above. Oo. How about, okay, so how about entering the workforce soon? So you're gonna be employed or you're gonna start your own business. How is that for you? How do you feel about that? Excited? Yung iba? Okay. So, it's okay to feel your feelings. Okay? So, hindi natin pipigilan na yun yung nararamdaman natin. It's important for us to be aware. And, totoo naman, it's exciting and at the same time scary. Tama? Okay? Exciting kasi yes, tapos na yung college. Yes. Yan, magkaka-degree na ako. After 4 years or 5 years in the making. Tama? Proud ba kayo sa sarili nyo? Can you give a little tap to yourself? Congratulations. Can you say it to yourself? You did well? You were able to make it? For all the hard work and efforts that you did during your college, and you are worthy of that praise, of that, you are worthy of that affirmation to yourself, okay? So, kung hindi nyo naririnig sa iba, pwede bang ibigay nyo sa sarili nyo na pwede mong sabihin na ang galing mo, natapos mo yung college. Ang strong mo for being able to surpass all those challenges, sleepless nights, filing requirements, thesis, research, lahat ng pinaghirapan mo and you did well, okay? And ganun din, as we transition, so this is an important transition in your life. Hindi siya madali that you're going to finish your college and at the same time, you're going to enter a new era. Tama ba? A new phase in your life na, okay, welcome to the real world. Ayan. So, welcome to adulting life. Excited ba kayo dun? Ayan. Pero, ayan. So, we're going to go through all those. So, our objective for this segment is to give you a bit of practical strategies on how to navigate your job searches, how to have meaningful connections, and develop the skills employers value most in today's evolving workplace. We are fortunate today na marami tayong industry partners who are present today, and they will give you a more clearer glimpse. So yung akin is more intro lang, more of the intro, kung ano ba yung workplace that we have now. So, now it's quite challenging, tama? Bakit? Sa tingin nyo, ano ba yung nakikita nyo around? What do you observe? What is happening around that makes it a bit challenging? Sige, pwede po bang may mic po ba tayo dyan na extra? Ay, ayun. Sorry na. Okay. So, thank you for being here pala, for your presence today. Importante na nandito kayo kasi alam kong gustong-gusto niyo ng graduate. Okay? So, ano yung na-observe niyo around that you think is making our world a bit challenging? Okay. Dito. Lapit ka na lang dito.
Siguro ano lang.
Sige.
Mababang sahod sa IT.
Mababang sahod? Bakit?
Although marami naman mga job na opportunity dito sa bansa, kaso is dahil super corrupt ang ano natin, na government natin. We all know kung mga pinag-aaral. Dahil napektado tayo mga
Okay. Okay, thank you. So, tama naman because you're going to have, everyone is affected by our political system. And hindi lang yon, it's not just here in the Philippines. All over the world, we can see the chaos around us. So, it's affecting our economy. Totoo, di ba? Hindi madaling kumita ng pera. So, I wouldn't say it, I would say it to you now harshly rather than, sugarcoat everything. So, mahirap kumita ng pera. Okay? And then, sige, babalik din ako doon. Nandun yung script ko. Okay? Ano pa yung nakikita yung, aside from the things that are going on around, yung war in the Middle East, our current political system, ano pa? Ano pa yung mga challenge ng mga Gen Z right now? Ha? Sige, try lang. Walang mali or tamang sagot. I just would want to know, ano ba yung perspective ng isang Gen Z? Okay. Natatakot ba kayo? Hindi ko kayo gagradean. Sige, ikaw na. Tutulungan niya na ako. Dito.
Lack of experience and background po.
Okay, syempre dahil, thank you. Tama naman yun because you are freshmen and you are fresh in the work setting. Bago pa lang, 'di ba? Pero sometimes the companies would ask you, what are your experiences? Ilang years ka na nag-work? Ano yung kaya mong i-offer sa company? So paano natin sasagutin kung wala naman talaga, 'di ba? Kung hindi ka pa talaga nag-work before, and it's now your first time to have your job, anong pwede nating isagot doon? Ano pa? What else is challenging at these times?
Challenge ko sa akin yung konti yung job opens, pero maraming kakompetensya.
Okay, so maraming kakompetensya dahil marami kayong gagraduate. Congratulations, batch 2026. Ayan, marami kayo. Tama, there's competency, competent, a lot of, competition, okay? So, aside from that, ano pa? Ano pa yung kinakaharap nating challenge now? Wala na? Okay. Sige, ako na lang sasagot. Parang ayaw niyo na. Hindi, joke lang. So, thank you for those who participated. The challenge now is that nakikipag-compete din tayo sa AI. Tama? Okay? Some of the works now, yung jobs that we have can be replaced now with AI. Tama? Okay? So we have really to excel in our field. Otherwise, mapapalitan, hindi, joke. Hindi tayo mapapalitan ng AI, but we will have to compete with them. Diba? So, if you had heard Atom Arroyo, sabi niya, you have to be better than AI. Okay? Kung kaya ng AI mag-generate ng ganito after some of the keywords that you would search, ano yung kaya mong i-offer na better than that? Okay? But AI is not our enemy. Kailangan natin lang siyang matutunan gamitin ng tama at maayos. Okay? So what are our pillars of success? So we have to build our foundation now. Kung hindi pa kayo nakapag-start dati, we can start now. One is still stacking. Okay? You have to keep on learning. You have to build your portfolio. You have to keep learning. Kala nyo after college, no, hindi na mag-aaral. Well, you have to be excited to learn some more. Okay? Hindi natatapos ang pag-aaral sa loob ng paaralan. Marami kayong matututunan sa labas din ng paaralan. Okay? And then the next one is our purpose and values. So one of the things that you should know is yung self-awareness nyo. Gaano nyo kaalam kung ano yung gusto nyo marating, ano yung gusto nyo sa buhay. And then, so what is your inner compass? What drives you to keep going? Okay? And determine your vision and your goals. Ano ba talaga yung goals mo? After college, what do you wanna do? Okay? Ano yung short-term mo, ano yung long-term goals. And then, this one is important as well, yung personal branding. So, dahil maraming nag-a-apply sa isang job, ano yung pwede mong i-offer as your personal brand? Halimbawa, you have to build your network. Yun, anong connections yung pwede mong mapuntahan? So, it starts with your student organizations. Meron, di ba? Yung mga affiliate in your courses, dapat nag-join kayo doon para if there are activities, you can meet professionals or coaches that can help you be connected for that job. And then, run after your passion. Kasi makikita nila doon if you're sincere. O baka nagpa-pretend ka lang na yun yung branding mo. So you have to do it with your passion kasi, yun nga, they would feel if you're sincere. And nakakapagod pag hindi mo naman pala gusto yung ginagawa mo. Tama? Okay. So the next one is you have to consider hybrid workplace. So hindi na ngayon pwede yung ito lang kasi yung kaya ko, ito lang yung pwede. So you have to go beyond your comfort zone, be open for possibilities. You have to invest in your resources. So kung medyo nakaipon ka na, bili ka ng gadget mo or laptop that can help you build your career. And the last but the most important is to nourish your well-being. Okay? You have to advocate for your mental health and always set your boundaries. Okay, tapos na tayo. Hindi, joke lang. I would go through the different topics. So for number 1, okay, so remember our goal is to build our sustainable, flexible, and value-aligned career. Okay? So we have to keep learning. You have to be teachable. Okay? Huwag kayong masasaktan pag sinabi ng coach nyo or ng coworker nyo na you have to excel on this, you have to improve on this. Okay? So get that as a feedback for you to learn. Okay? And keep an open mind. Don't take things too personal for you. Halimbawa, in terms of work dapat you have to have an open mind. And you have to build your skills. Kailangan marami kayong skills na kailangan i-offer. Number 1 is the hard skills. Ano ba yun? Yung mga technical things that you do related to your work. Okay? It's quantifiable. It's specific. Okay? For example, for those who are in the CTHM field, or ano pa yung mga courses na nandito, sorry. Yung colleges, CET. Halimbawa, if you're a computer engineer, ano yung mga soft skills na meron ka? Okay? And then, it can be demonstrated, tangible, nakikita. Halimbawa, kung sa tourism, kaya mong mag-offer ng different places that are good and that we offer in the Philippines, or kaya mong magbigay ng magandang customer service. So, and the other one is the soft skills. Ano yung mga unquantifiable attributes that cannot be proven but must be observed to you. Halimbawa, how's your communication skills? Are you good at those language? How about your interpersonal? How do you communicate with others? And then, leadership, teamwork. Can you go through creativity? Ayan. So, and then, how do we build those skills? So, we have to be open. You have to try out new things. And then, sabi ko kanina, explore different things that you are interested with. For example, kung marunong ka ng coding, ano yung mga, right now we have also AI na kaya ding mag-code. So how do you blend with that skill? And then, kung gusto mo matuto ng other language, like another foreign language, kung gusto mo ng Spanish, ng Japanese language, Chinese, ayan, yung mga prominent language that we do at we use around the world. So, ayan. So, huwag kayong matakot matuto. Matuto halimbawa kung gusto nyo matutong magluto o mag-crochet or basta it's something that a skill that you can offer, whether it can be in work or a business that you would want to put up. Okay. So, as Gen Z entering the workplace, it's important you have to know you are digitally literate. Okay? Alam niyo yung mga strengths niyo in terms of digital skills. Okay? Marunong ka bang gumamit ng MS Word? Ayun na ba? Canva? Ano pa ba mga ginagamit niyo na app? Okay? So, ayun. And then, you have to build your emotional intelligence. Kasi sabi ko nga kanina, hindi madali outside. Marami kayong ma-encounter na different challenges. So, you have to know, you have to build your emotional stability. Okay? Ayan. And there are different personalities that you will encounter. Hindi lang naman sa workplace, di ba? Even with your classmates, iba-iba kayo ng personality. So you have to build your emotional intelligence and your adaptability. Okay, so ito paulit-ulit nating sasabihin, what are your purpose and your values? Kailangan yun yung pinaka-foundation mo. Otherwise, you can be swayed by different stress or different people that would want to influence you. Okay? So, consider your values. Think about what is important to you and how your interests align with your values. Okay? So, and then, what are your short-term goals? Ano yung gusto nyong goals right now? And then, the long-term goals. Example, you want to be, ano yan? You want to have your license. Now, you're there na. Patapos na, you will earn a degree. Okay? And then, become an expert in what field? Ayun. So, what are your short-term goals? And then, you have to have a clear vision. Otherwise, mahirap maging motivated kung hindi clear yung vision mo. Okay? So, you will eventually attract the right strategy. Okay? Example. Sige, can you cite some example of what dream career you have? Simula pa nung bata or up to now? Parang mahihain sila, Ma'am Cynthia. Okay, so, or you can just say it aloud. Okay. So, I'll give you an example. Okay. So, my clear vision is before I got my license, gusto ko maging registered guidance counselor. Pero, nahirapan ako. Bakit? Kasi, kailangan tapos ko muna yung master's before I can take my board examination. So, it took me, hulaan nyo, ilang years to finish my MA. To be finally have my masteral degree. 5 years? 10 years. Okay? So, back then in 2011, I think, malalaman yung age ko. Okay, so, I was so eager back then. Sige, tatapusin ko. Pero ito na, I have to meet the requirements for my work and at the same time for my studies. Ang hirap mag-aral habang nag-work. Kaya naiintindihan ko yung mga working students here. So, perhaps sa tingin nyo, dapat sumuko na ako ng 5 years. No, tama na. Ayoko nang tapusin. Hindi ko naman matatapos. But, yun. So, maraming years that I took LOA. So, nag-leave of absence para lang. Kasi, yun nga, you have to set boundaries. Alam mo kung hindi mo kaya, you can pause. You can always pause. Wala kayong kailangan habulin. And then, if you're ready again, you can pursue it. So, nung ready na ako, nag-take ako again inulit ko yung mga subjects ko that I took before. And then finally, in 2023, I am done with my masteral degree. And then on 2024, I took my board examination as a registered guidance counselor. Mahirap siya. I should have probably give up on that dreams kasi hindi naman mataas yung sweldo sa niyo. Pero there is more to that. It perhaps serving people with skills. Okay? Nakakaya naman sa mga estudyante ko or sa mga clients ko kung hindi ko may offer yung skill na karapat-dapat para sa kanila. Okay? So, yun. Ano ba yung vision mo? So, I want to be working with the young people. That's why I'm still here. Okay? So, ayun. So, kahit anong vision, yan, basta as long as you keep in mind that you can achieve it. Okay? Next. Ayaw mo. Okay. So, ito, yung personal branding. Ano ba yung nakikita sa social media nyo, ha? So, i-check nyo. Baka naman puro ano yan. So, meron din dapat kayong professional profile that you, example is your LinkedIn profile. And then you have to tailor your resume. So, marami namang examples around on how can you create and prepare your resume. So, hindi siya puro, they would like it to be simple but concise. Dapat doon nakikita yung mga skills and experiences that you have. So, pwede niyong isama doon yung mga on-the-job training that you have, your internship. So, isama niyo na doon yung mga training that you've got while you're still studying in college. And then, yun, your social media presence in a professional way. Okay? And then, yun, establish a network. So, kailangan, yun, in the professional field, kailangan marami ka rin kilala na who can help you with that field or with that career. Okay? So, ayon kay Mark Twain, we have to find a job that you enjoy doing and you will never have to work in a day in your life. So, kung ano man yung nafe-feel nyo na gusto nyong career, basta as long as it's aligned with your values and purpose, it will help you keep going. Okay? Now, we're into, because of the pandemic, tinuruan tayo kung paano magtrabaho online, how to use our internet properly, our digital space that we have. So, consider hybrid workplace. Dapat prepared kayo. Even if you have on-site work, minsan kapag, yun nga, kapag may mga challenges around, pwede kayong on-site, ganun. So, you have to be open and embrace new possibilities. Invest in your resources. Yun yung sabi ko kanina, kung kaya niyong bumili ng laptop or gadgets that can help you with that. And be proactive. Kung hindi niyo pa nakikita ngayon yung opportunities, you have to find your opportunities around. Okay? Marami din namang available jobs for you. Or you can create your own, if you're into entrepreneurship, so you can create your own business. And perhaps put up your own company. Why not, diba? And then, for the last one, syempre, and I'm a mental health advocate, I would tell you that you have to take care of yourself. Okay? Pag sakitin ka, pag mahina yung kalooban mo, hindi ka rin makaka-function well. Okay? So, tandaan niyo yan. Kayo ang inyong best ally. Okay? Ang inyong kakampi lagi ay inyong sarili. Kaya dapat alagaan mo yung sarili mo. And then, you have to nourish your well-being. So, hindi lang to yung mental health, ganyan. So, it's the overall well-being, kasama na yung physical health. So, natutulog ka ba? O puyat ka ng puyat, kahit pwede naman ang matulog. Kumakain ka ba ng tama? O, puro junk food, puro soft drink. So, check on your health. Do you exercise o kaharap mo na lang, dahil tapos ka na sa mga subjects, kaharap mo na lang yung computer mo, nagmo-mobile games, ganyan. Or basta ganun, you have to keep your energy up by being healthy. And you have to advocate your mental health. I'll tell you, marami kayong makikilala in the workplace that might challenge you personally. Okay? So you have really to toughen up. Okay? Kailangan yung matutunan maging resilient, okay? So resiliency is not it's about learning how to stand up when you fail, okay? It doesn't mean na hindi ka mag-fail, okay? Resiliency will teach you na ganun talaga ang life. Merong mga failures, may mga mistakes, pero ang mahalaga, how will you get up after those challenging times? Okay, last na. A bit lang to. So, interview success. Sino dito yung nakaranas na ng interview for the job or internship? Di ba, ini-interview kayo? Okay, so yung iba, hindi pa. Okay, good luck mga first-timers. Hindi, kaya niyo yan. Okay, that's, what you have to build is your knowledge. What do you know about the company? Why are you applying for that company? Anong alam mo tungkol sa company na yun? Bakit yun yung napili mong applyan? Ay, wala lang po, sinend ko lang randomly. Hindi pwedeng ganun sagot, ha? So you have to know, you have to be knowledgeable about the company, about the position that you are applying. And then, you practice your answers to common questions. Okay? Pag tinanong ka, what are your skills? Ano yung mga isasagot mo? What can you offer to the company? Okay, mga ganon. So, what if you encounter difficult people? May mga ganon tanong, no? Okay, so you have to practice it with your friends or with your coaches kung meron man, or kung family member, pwede kayo mag-practice sa bahay, okay? And then, ito, yung follow-up, wag naman makulit. Pwedeng once i-follow up, the second time, hintayin na lang natin, okay? So, and then, project confidence. Okay, kaya importante yung nagpa-practice. And then, through your positive language. So, nakakakaba naman talagang magpa-interview, di ba? Okay, so magbaon kayo ng maraming confidence. They can see, okay lang, normal na kabahan, okay? But when you are prepared, you can easily grasp that. Pag naka-tune in ka na sa interview with the interviewee, pwede nang, yun, I hope you can build that confidence of speaking up with other people, okay? Kung hindi, ma'am, di ako comfortable mag-English, okay lang yun. Pwede nyo sabihin na, can I speak in Taglish or can I speak in Filipino? Ganun. Pero magsabi din kayo. Pero mag-practice pa rin kayo na you can speak English and Filipino or other languages that is needed for that job. Okay? And be presentable. Okay lang yun kung online interview, sana naman polo shirt. Okay, kahit naka-short sa pambaba. Pero when they see you, dapat presentable ka pa rin kahit online yung interview. And if it's on-site, syempre you have to dress properly. Kumain ka kasi makikita nila pag matamlay ka at gutom. Okay, so you have to be always presentable. And okay, remember that career is a journey, okay? Sometimes it may take time, sometimes nandiyan na agad yung opportunity. So, to be able to succeed in your career, you have to work hard, okay? Daig ng, ano yung sabi nga sa Tagalog? Oh. Okay. Pero now we would say, daig ng masipag yung taman. Okay? Alright? So, kasi hindi yan dadating sa inyo na, oh, okay, ito na pala yun. Okay? You have to really work hard for it. Okay? And then, stay resilient and never give up. Okay? So, kung sa tingin nyo, okay, so it's not linear. Kung nakikita nyo yung mga kabatchmate nyo, perhaps makikita nyo yun. You don't compare, okay? Yung iba makakahanap agad ng work, yung iba medyo matatagalan. So, put in that pressure na gusto mong mag-succeed. Pero wag kang mag-compare kasi hindi talaga kayo pare-pares ng journey. Okay? So, mistakes are opportunities for growth. Yun nga, kailangan ready ka for those things. And then, in the face of challenges, maintain your resilience. Okay, so view your setbacks as your stepping stone for experience and success. Okay? Yun lang. So be gentle with yourself. Be loving to yourself as well. So alam ko nakaka-pressure kasi syempre kailangan mong mag-build up ng finances mo, kailangan mo ng kumita yung mga bills ganyan. But you be gentle. The right opportunity will come to you for so long na you're working hard for it. Okay? And tapos na yata to. Yan. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Rojas, for your insightful and helpful reminders. Hello! Hi! Gising pa ba? Okay, let's have an energy check muna ngayon, guys. When I say energy check, you say check na check. Energy check! Check na check! Mahina pa, guys. Madami kayo. Energy check! Check na check! Okay, good. So, before we proceed to our next discussion, we would like to thank our sponsors and partners. Boss Job, Jobs 180, Dole, Makati Public Employment Services Office, and the UMak Center for Guidance and Counseling Services. We now move to one of the highlights of our program, the round table discussion. To guide us through this engaging exchange of ideas, let me introduce our facilitator. She is the CLP Linkages Coordinator, actively supporting partnerships and student engagement initiative of the university. Let us welcome Ms. J.Ann Lauranilia Bares.
Hi! Hi, good morning everyone! Hello, Erons! Gising pa ba kayo? Thank you, Candy. Okay, now, as Candace mentioned, we are now in our highlight of this segment, the round table discussion. Okay, where we bring together distinguished professionals and industry experts from various fields who are here to share not only their expertise but also their personal journeys, experiences, and lessons learned, and valued advice as you prepare yourselves for your future careers. Okay? To begin, let us formally introduce our panel of discussants for this morning session. Our first panelist is a seasoned aviation professional and consultant with over 4 decades of experience in the airline industry, having served Philippine Airlines as an international flight purser, cabin crew, and training specialist. He is currently the Business Development and Corporate Affairs Director of A&M Elite Aviation with expertise in aviation training, crew management, customer service excellence, and leadership development. Let us all welcome Mr. Clinton Steven C. Dado. Representing the industry of tourism, hospitality, and human kinetics. Yes, welcome, sir. You can sit over here. Yes, anywhere, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Our next panelist is a lawyer, educator, researcher, and media practitioner currently serving as a director and supervising lawyer of the Office of Legal Aid at the Centro Escolar University School of Law and Jurisprudence. He is also a faculty member of CEU and the University of Makati, teaching law, communication, and graduate courses. A former media professional at GMA Network, he is also the author of expository writing for global communication and has published and presented research in international conferences and journals. Beyond academia and law, he is actively involved in film and multimedia education, mentoring award-winning student filmmakers, and promoting socially relevant storytelling and ethical media production. Let's all welcome Attorney Edward M. Ripari. Our next panelist holds a master's degree in political science, major in global politics from Ateneo de Manila University, and is currently pursuing his Doctor of Public Administration at UPNCPAG. He is actively involved in governance, research, and public policy initiatives, and currently serves as the chairperson of the Political Science Department of the University of Makati's College of Governance and Public Policy. Let us all welcome, representing the industry of governance and public policy, Mr. Duke Thomas G. Dolorical. Our next panelist has a unique combination of expertise in both engineering and law. He earned his Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering from the University of the Philippines, Los Baños, and his Juris Doctor from the University of Makati School of Law. He is currently serving as a legal officer at the Department of Engineering and Public Works and the Office of the Building Official of the City Government of Makati. He is also a part-time UMak faculty at the College of Construction Sciences and Engineering. Let us all welcome, representing the industry of construction sciences and engineering, Attorney Mel Kenneth Mabute. And to complete our panelists, here with us is an accomplished educator and academic leader with over 24 years of experience in teaching and educational management both locally and abroad. He currently serves as the SHS Department Head of HSL Brielle College Incorporated and is actively involved in teacher training, educational innovation, and quality development initiative. Let us all welcome, representing the industry of innovative teacher education, Dr. Errol G. Sumagaysay. Let us begin. Let us all give our panelists a round of applause again. Welcome again, sir, and we truly appreciate your presence today. So let's begin the discussion because we only have a limited time given, and we also valued your time. The first question is, we really wanted to know you better, and we wanted to know, or please briefly share your career journey and how you ended up in your current profession and what inspired you to pursue your current career path. We can start with Sir Duke.
Hello, good morning. I've noticed puro kami lalaki. Hindi. Sana sa sunod merong gender balance. Anyway, obviously like you, I've graduated with, well, marami kong estudyante dito. Bachelor's degree in political science at in Ateneo. So when I graduated, I pursued development work. I volunteered for many development and governance, civil society organizations. I also worked for the Simbahang Lingkod ng Bayan. It is the socio-political apostolate of the Society of Jesus. We're housed at Ateneo de Manila. And there, I was exposed to so many social realities. No, I was trained by my Jesuit bosses to write, to be able to articulate the plight of the people we were serving in written form, and in sometimes when we were tasked to brief bishops at the CBCP. And then my bosses noticed that I can speak, that I can write. So they told me, what if you become a teacher? Sabi ko, di ho ba, nire-recruit nyo ako maging Jesuit? Sabi, mukhang hindi ka naman magiging mabuting Jesuit. Hindi ka masunurin. You always have your way. So sabi sa akin nung boss ko, try teaching. So I taught for 8 years in Ateneo de Naga University, based from their recommendation. And there I found a very good mentor who is also teaching in an SUC. And for almost 10 years, I was taught the ropes of teaching. And that's a mentor also teased me to death for this woman who is my wife now. We're both Ateneans. So, and from that point onwards, that boss who mentored me told me, why don't you pursue master's degree? What is it that you like reading about? I said, history and world politics. He said, you go enroll to Ateneo and pursue master's degree. Ateneo, no? So, sabi ko, sure, I'll do it. And then it didn't go well. So many things happened in my personal life. And like ma'am, I could have also given up. But there were silver linings. I stuck to it. I studied and studied. I made the library my second home. I opened it and I closed it. I befriended the guards. And it bore fruit. After much struggles, I've garnered my master's degree. But then personal things happened. I got married, and then we decided that there were less and less opportunities in the province. So I have to make a very painful decision. From teaching, I said, well, I'll move to Manila and pursue consultancy. And there, I also discovered so many new skills. I found that I can do technical writing very well, and I earned money from it, good money. And what I did with that money, well, I invested to myself. I enrolled in a doctorate program under the UP-NCPAG, but then pandemic happened. It delayed everything. Okay, so the jobs went dry. Nawala yung mga consultancies because, well, the world was in a bind at that point, at that period. So I said, do we go home to the province and then resume teaching? And then my wife told me, if we go back, it would be an exercise in futility. What will we go back to? Everyone is trying to recover. So I said to myself, yes, I'll gamble with whatever I could still salvage from my career in Metro Manila. And then I saw University of Makati. This is a promising place. This is very near our condominium. I said, why not try applying? So I applied. First call, first email, no response. Second email, no response. I told myself, there won't be a third email. I'll go to the University of Makati myself and follow up. And then the rest is history. My boss hired me, and I was designated as the sitting department chairperson. And that's my career in a nutshell.
Thank you so much, Sir Doc. Napakaganda naman po. Talagang ang matututunan natin is adaptability talaga, no? Mag-a-adapt tayo sa kung ano man ang puntahan ng ating mga buhay. So let's hear from Mr. Clinton.
Yeah, I'm Clint Dado. Yeah. I'm really humbled by the presence of my co-discussants, no. I'd like to thank you guys, no. We have lawyers and engineers here. Sila yung nagbi-build ng they build the country in their own ways, 'di ba? And I, like most of us here, are the recipients of what they're doing. What they did, what they have been doing, and what they're doing now. I'm in a different world. All right. For the tourism students, magkadugo tayo. All right. Nasa travel industry ako eh. All right. When I was still a kid, my parents used to call me the cochero. Hinahanapan nga nila ako ng ng nunal sa paa. All right. In English, parang ang tawag doon tourist, 'di ba? La cochero. Okay. And medyo naging naging ugali ko. Although when I was young, I wanted to be a doctor. Tapos nag-aral din naman ako dito sa Don Bosco, Makati. Technical school, gusto ko maging arkitekto. And then I went to Ateneo also, Ateneo de Manila. Iba naman exposure doon. Gusto ko rin maging, that time, executive. Di ba? Nakikita kita ng Makati eh. Tawag nila attache case. Those attache cases, di ba? But during college, high school college, ang saya niya na, kaya pag-graduate na kayo, nako, hold on to it for the next few months. Ito yung isa sa pinakamasayang stage ng buhay natin eh. Ang future lang natin, I mean for some, for most, is ano kaya ang gagawin natin this weekend or next weekend. 'Di ba? Parang ganun ng estudyante, Aside from, well, may working students, but still, puro good time. I was able to meet people from the aviation industry. Masaya sila. And like any other young man, gusto ko rin minsan magka-branded clothes. I don't know if you still remember the brand Fiorucci. Sila naka-Fiorucci. Sa Rustans, I remember, ang sweldo ko, I started sweldo $692.90. Ang Fiorucci was $800. But my friends na mga steward, mga stewardesses, nabibili nila sa Italy at 200 pesos. Or sometimes nagsisale pa. And every time they come back, ang dami lang gamit and they talk of places. Eh nung bata ako taga Makati ako, Rizal Village. Ang pambisyon ko lang, para magpunta ng Cubao. Andun yung center setter and everything. So after Ateneo, nag-financial consultant ako, a financial analyst and all. But this, ang kate ng paa ko So why don't I try applying sa PAL? I wanted to be a pilot, close that time, ang sabi nila, it's easier lateral transfer. Kumuha ka muna ng position na ako ano pwede. Since ang dami kong friends na stewards, they call themselves na cabin attendants, apply nga ako. So I did. And also, using your term, the rest was history. The world became my playground. Ang saya ng buhay. So hindi na ako naging executive. But, like attorney, I think because of our Jesuit exposure, nagustuhan ko magturo. Because I was called to join the Philippine Airlines Development Academy. Medyo napusuan ko yon. So I will date myself now. Since 1980, nagtuturo na ako sa PAL. And then I just retired about 10 years ago. I took my early retirement. I retired at 35. Of course, I'm lying. Anyway, all right. Now, thank you very much pala. You invited me. I will sell to you the world of travel, of tourism, of aviation. Tayong recipients ng ginagawa ng mga katabi ko. Maraming salamat, pero pagpasensyahan nyo kami. Talagang gusto namin talagang masayang mundo di ba? But there's really more to travel and touring because travel is very exciting Mabilis. Like I was listening to the speakers earlier, di ba? You are now leaving the four walls of the university. UMak, bilib ako dyan. I think you started, andito ako 1975 pa. When I came in, ang laki na ng campus. And I was told you have about 10,000 students. Make use of the time that you spend with UMak. What they did to you, they prepared you. This is only a simulation of reality, like what our dear psychologist said. Make use of that. Because after this, when you leave the four walls of UMak, you step outside, that's reality already. Later, I'll speak more of the aviation world, and I'd like you guys to check it out. So, andito na ako. The travel bug bit me, and until now, I'm still very active in the aviation world. talk to me. Let's talk. Maybe I can come back again and maybe talk some more about this. I'm here. Good
Thank you,
morning,
sir.
by the way.
Thank you, Sir Clinton.
So, sa part ko naman, bago mag-college, meron ako dalawang pangarap. Pangarap ko maging engineer, pangarap ko din maging abogado. Pero, at that time, hindi naman kasi kami mayaman. So, ang naging option, pumasok ako sa isang university na somehow merong ino-offer na scholarship, wala akong babayaran na tuition. With that, kaya nagtuloy-tuloy, fortunately, natupad ko yung isa kong pangarap. Because of many opportunities, hindi lang siya dahil nangarap ako, kundi I actively pursued for opportunities para maabot ko yon. Pero hindi doon natapos kasi pagka-graduate ko ng college and nag-ipon ako ng experience sa industry, naisipan ko, bakit hindi ko ituloy sa ko pang pangarap? Fortunately, ang ating University of Makati, second batch yun, nag-o-offer sila ng scholarships for future law students, full tuition, may allowance pa. So, at that time, naisip ko, baka ito na yung sagot talaga dun sa para ma-achieve ko yung pangalawa kong pangarap. Again, babalikan ko yung sinabi ko kanina, meron akong pangarap, meron dumating na opportunities, pero hindi doon titigil. So, ginrab ko yung opportunity na in-offer ng university para maging scholar. And fortunately, natapos ko naman. Currently practicing ako as a lawyer. Pero, ang ano doon is, while nasa law school ako, meron ako na-realize na isa ko pang calling, which is teaching. I think that's the common thing sa mga discussants today. Lahat halos ay may background sa teaching. And for me, wala tayo sa mga positions natin ngayon, or kung nasan man tayo ngayon, kundi dahil sa mga nagturo sa atin before. Okay, so kayo ngayon ay paalis na, graduating kayo. Hopefully, tandaan niyo lahat nung mga binanggit naman kanina, ni-ready talaga kayo ng university para maging productive citizen ng bansa natin. Current career path ko, I was fortunate kasi after ko graduate sa law school, nag-practice naman ako private, pero nabigyan ako ng opportunity ng university ulit to work as the legal counsel ng university natin. For a few months, nag-serve ako as the legal counsel ng university. And bakit ko siya tinanggap? Kasi di ba kanina nangarap ako, may opportunities na dumating sa akin. Na-develop ko yung skill na dapat magbabalik ako. Magbabalik ako dun sa nagbigay sa akin ng opportunities. So yun yung reason kung bakit tinanggap ko yung opportunity to be the legal counsel of the university. And after that, yung current naman, I'm nasa City Hall ako ngayon, serving a parang somehow bigger purpose in which, in the field na nagagamit ko yung parehas na professions ko, being an engineer at the same time, lawyer for, syempre, improvement ng infra and services na ino-offer ng city sa lahat ng kanyang constituents. So, key takeaway siguro sa sinabi ko yung tatlo, pag may pangarap kayo, okay lang yun, mangarap kayo, sky's the limit. Hahanap kayo dapat ng opportunities para matupad nyo yun. Kasi hindi lang, realities ngayon hindi sapat na mangarap ka lang. So dapat maghahanap ka ng opportunities. You should actively look for those opportunities. And lastly, pagka naabot mo na yung pangarap mo, magbabalik ka dapat. Hindi man dun sa nagbigay sa'yo, to other persons na nangangarap din, mapunta sa kung saan man nila, parang kung saan man nila naiisip. So, yun lang. Magandang umaga po.
Thank you so much, Attorney. Sir?
Okay. Magandang umaga. May mga education students ba dito? Wala. Ayoko na magsalita. Wala palang education students. Bakit wala, ma'am? Mayroon. Kaso walang pumunta. Kasi alam nila ako magsasalita. Okay. Anyway, maraming salamat, UMak. Now, I'm a graduate of UMak as Doctor of Education. So, I'm proud na UMak alumnus ako. So, ako naman, ang dami kong pangarap, malit ako. Gusto ko maging pare, gusto ko maging doktor, gusto ko maging accountant, gusto ko maging engineer. Lahat na yata ng kurso na matataas ay gusto kong kunin. Pero sa lahat ng yon, walang natupad. Kasi, naging teacher ako. Ayaw kong maging teacher. Sa totoo lang talaga. Kasi nakikita ko, yung matyahin ko, lola ko naging teacher, hirap sa buhay. Nadagdagan pa. So, ang hirap kasi maging mahirap eh. Nakakainis ang maging mahirap. Pero yung kahirapan ko, ginamit ko as an inspiration para mag-aral. Kasi sabi ko, 6 years old pa lang ako, nag-araro na ako. No? Kasamang tatay ko. Sabi ko, this is not the kind of life that I wanted to be. Nakakaiyak. No? 14 kami mga kapatid eh. Baog pa ang tatay at nanay namin. No? Wala pang family planning noon. Puro family planting. Since ang father ko ay isang farmer. Walang sariling lupa. 14 kami mga kapatid. Imagine mo yan. No? Siguro kung hindi kami 14 o ano, hindi ako naging teacher. Kasi ayoko maging teacher eh. But then, alam mong buhay. So, gusto ko mag-enroll ng ganito, wala naman. The only college na napag-enrollan ko ay pinakamurang babayaran ay ang teacher. So, walang magawa. So, enrolled as an education student. And nag-attempt pa ako, nag-shift pa ako kasi gusto ko maging doctor of medicine. Nag-shift ako BS Biology. Pero first semester pala, ang daming outing, ang daming specimen na dapat hanapin, punta dito, punta doon. So, bumalik ako sa education. And I graduated as Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Mathematics. So, yun na, while I'm studying, mayroong isang community sa Paris. Kasi ang school ko ay Notre Dame Marble University is a Marist school. Kung si Sir ay Jesuits, ako naman ay Marist. Na? So, kadalasan sa Mindanao, ang school ng Notre Dame, it's being run by the religious. Na? Ang sa amin ay Marist Brothers of the School. So, isa sa mga aming project, since I am a university president ng isang religious organization, isa sa aming mga outreach program ay tutorial sa gabi. So, ang tututuran namin ay indigenous people, Manobo, Ablaan of South Cotabato. So, doon na-develop, sabi ko, ang sarap naman pala. Bakit? Kasi you touch the lives of the students. Na? Lalo na mga IP. Na nakikita mo yung how sila sa education, na naturuan mo sila ng 1 plus 1, 11 ang sagot. Tuturuan mo paano magbasa. So, ang sarap ng pakiramdam. Sabi ko, this is it. So, nag-graduate. Sabi ko, ayoko magturo sa nabakasyon ako sa tiyahin ko sa isang bundok. So, Sultan Kudarat, mayroong tinatawag na lugar na Senator Ninoy Aquino that was established during the time of Cory Aquino, 1987, na naging president si Cory. Yun ang town na kanyang in-establish nung nasa president. Senator Ninoy Aquino, at ang lugar ay napakalamig. Sabi na nila, the Baguio of Sultan Kudarat. Kasi sobrang lamig. Ang fogs pwede mo nang hawakan at tapos So, ayun, napunta ako and open ang missionary school. Ito naman of Lights of Mary Immaculate, OMI, na nagmamaari naman ng Notre Dame University sa Cotabato City. So, luckily, tinawag ako. No? So, doon ako napunta at doon na naman ang tinuruan ko ay mga IPs na naman, mga Manobo. Kaya marami kong dialect na alam. Blaan, Manobo, Muslim, Ilonggo, Ilocano. I know that. Na? Doon ako napadpad. Nag-stay ako doon for 6 years. Na parang ang bilis lang. So, sabi ng director, Errol, ikaw ang maging landlord ng mga Manobo. No? Wala magawa. Ha? 75 sila. 75. Ang gulo. No? Tamad sila. Challenging. Magtuturo ako sa araw, sa gabi tuturuan ko sila ng mga basic, no? 3 hours, no? Kasi mula sa 6 years old hanggang 21 years old ang in-house namin sa dormitory. Imagine mong buhay ko, 'di ba? Ang hirap. Pero pag nakikita mo na may natutunan sila sa iyo, ang sarap ng pakiramdam. Rewarding. Ako magluluto, ako magturuan maglinis, etc. So, yun, 6 years, sabi ko parang wala akong professional growth. Na-trap ako dito. So, my sister who is in Taguig wrote me, sabi niya, because professor sa Philippine Women's University, kinukuha akong principal ng Santo Niño Catholic School sa Taguig. Kailangan kita. Resign ako, punta. So, ayun na. 1 year, nag-away naman sila ng director. Umalis din ako. Then, I applied in public school for 2 years. Sabi ko, ang hirap. 120 yung estudyante ko. Mula 7 hanggang 7 ng gabi. Wala ka ng kasi at that time, grabing estudyante sa public school. Estudyante dito ako, naamoy na nga nilang ko siguro eh. Sobrang dami. So, I stayed there for 2 years, walang item. Kapatid ko nagpatayo ng school na Athens Academy. May partner siya. So sabi niya, wag ka na dyan sa public. Dito ka sa akin. Nag-away naman sila after 6 years, walay. And she put up itong school namin ngayon, HSL Braille College Incorporated. Na? Tawag nila sa akin Bobo. Bakit Bobo? Kasi sabi nila, you are the brother of the business owner. Kaya Bobo. Na? So, hindi naman ako pwedeng maging president. Kaya ginawa, kasi siya may-ari eh. Na? So, department head. So, doon yung journey ko as an educator, na napamahal sa pagtuturo kasi nakita ko na habang may bata na uhaw sa karunungan, natsa-challenge ako. Habang may bata na pasaway, natsa-challenge ako. Habang bata na may lumalapit sa akin, nakikita ang mukha ni Jesus Christ. Ha? Hindi ba na ako naging pari? Kasi gusto kong maging pari eh. Sabi ni Lord, Errol, wag na. Na? Bakit? Baka ang seminaryo ay ma-demoralize pag naging pari ka. Mag-teacher ka. And I embrace that. Na? I work hard. 7 to 7. Na? Ang bahay ko lang naman sa likod ng school, kaya 7 to 7 ako. So, ganun ang journey ko as a teacher. Ang sarap maging teacher, lalo kapag ka nakikita mo mula sa walang kamuwang-muwang na bata hanggang naging magaling. Na? Ang sarap maging teacher. Hindi man siya ganun kalaki ang sweldo, but it is rewarding. Na? Kaya mag-teacher na kayo. 4 ang anak ko, walang gusto magturo. Gusto maging accountant, gusto magiging engineer. So, walang gusto magturo. Bakit? Tatay, nakita namin kung gaano kahirap ang buhay mo bilang teacher. Pero at the end of the day, when God asked me, ano nagawa mo? And I can proudly say, I made them all.
Thank you so much po, Dr. Errol.
So paano ba to? Lahat nasabi na nila. Okay, anyway. Before anything else, I'd like to greet you. A pleasant morning, everyone. And before I share with you, my career, my journey, my path, career path. Now, I'd like to recognize muna kasi natutuwa ako kasi nandito yung 2 kong estudyante before. Ayan, so medyo matagal-tagal na po ako sa University of Makati. Tapos ngayon, katrabaho ko na itong mga estudyante ko, si Miss Vargas tsaka si Miss Laurenilia. So natutuwa ako, no? Mga estudyante ko po yan dati. 2016, 2017, no? Ayan, wala lang. Shout out lang natin sila. Ibig sabihin, parang sabi niya, so napakatanda mo na, sir, hindi. I actually started teaching at the age of 21. No, I started teaching at the age of 21. Sobrang bata ko. Anyway, career path ko, I wanted to become a journalist. Okay. Wala ang mga IAD dito. Wala yung mga estudyante ko. I actually texted them, why are you not here? Okay. But anyway, sana may makuha kayo ng something from my career path. No? I wanted to become a journalist. I wanted to become Noli De Castro. I wanted to become like Corina Sanchez. No? I wanted to hold the microphone. Kitang-kita nyo naman, di ba? Oh, di ba? I wanted to hold the microphone and then talk to the camera. Okay, so and a provincial boy from Pangasinan, okay, Ilocano, okay, alam mag-Ilocano ni Sir, no? Okay, nagsaute Ilocano, okay. So, sabi ko, gusto ko maging journalist, gusto ko makita sa harap ng camera. And that's why I took mass communication, major in broadcast. Ayan. So, then after that, okay, I landed a job in a small newspaper. I wrote news articles. Okay, I attended different coverages, here in Manila. And then suddenly, opportunity came from GMA 7. Okay, so I was hired as a researcher, program researcher. So I covered different major historic events, no, in the Philippines. Okay, pagkamatay ni ganito, okay, kung saan ako nag-travel, okay, in the here in the Philippines, just so I can tell, no, the Filipino people different stories, no. So ayan, kaya po ako napunta. Kaya ako nagtuturo, no, dito sa University of Makati ng journalism, communication, media. Ayan. So yun po yung aking field of specialization. Ayan. So and then suddenly, ayan, kung yung mga anak po ni Doc ay ayaw mag-teacher, sabi ko, I also want to become a teacher. Ayan. And so I enrolled in my masters, no. So I took applied linguistics, no, in major in English. So I taught English I have been teaching English for 13 years now. Okay, so tapos sabi ko, after kong matapos ng masters ko, sobrang bata pa ako, no, 24, sabi ko, gusto ko maging abogado. Okay, ito na naman. Sabi, gusto ko maging abogado. Okay, sabi, bakit ko nga ba gusto maging abogado? Because I had this one professor back in college, no? My professor in political science. There was a subject, political science, during my time. Ang galing-galing niya magturo. Sabi niya, nire-recite niya yung batas, yung Constitution, Bill of Rights. Sabi ko, I want to be like her. Tapos sabi ko, sige nga, mag-enroll ako sa law school after. But right after graduation ng college, nag-enroll ako, pero pinull out ko yung enrollment ko sa law school. Kasi sabi ko, ang bata ko naman, 19 years old lang ako, kaka-graduate ko lang, tapos maglo-law school agad ako. Parang wait lang. Kaya ako napunta sa GMA 7. And then, tinapos ko yung masters ko. While I was in GMA 7, I was the one who, I was designated, or I was assigned rather, by GMA 7 to cover the late DILG Secretary, Jesse Robredo. So I was there for 2 weeks. So I was covering with PR Canghel, no, my host that time. Tapos sabi ko, sino ba tong Lenny Robredo na to? Ayan. Sorry, medyo political, no? Okay. But actually, siya talaga yung nag-ano sa akin. Siya talaga yung the one who triggered that fire, no? Ignited that fire in me na, ituloy mo na yung yung naudlot mong pangarap na maging abogado. Because, of course, as a journalist, no, syempre, wife niya. So, syempre, ni-research namin, sino ba tong Lenny Robredo na to? And then I found out she was a public attorney's office lawyer, okay, a human rights lawyer. Sabi ko, gusto ko rin maging ganyan sa kanya. Okay, so doon, after graduating from my master's, right after ng graduation ko sa Manila Hotel, the following day, I enrolled in law school. As in, the following day, kasi naano ako kay Lenny Robredo kasi ano nga tawag dito, na subaybayan ko yung buhay niya mula nung namatayan siya hanggang sa naging congresswoman siya, no, hanggang sa naging vice presidente siya. So yun yung kumbaga, it was actually Lenny Robredo who triggered or ignited that fire in me to become a lawyer. Medyo political, no, but yeah, somehow you really have to have at least one person who will inspire you, 'di ba, in your dreams. Okay? And that sa akin si Lenny Robredo doon. And I remember whenever my professors, law professors ask us, no, why do you want to become a lawyer? I would always tell the students, no, my classmates, no, and my professor, I wanted to become a human rights lawyer like the vice president kay Lenny Robredo. And syempre, di ba, lahat sila makadigong noon kasi 2016 Sabi nila, dilawan. Okay, di ba? Yung ganon, ako lang ang naiiba doon. But, you know, there's some, sabi ko, hindi nila nakikita kasi, no, kasi, you know, polarizing ngayon ang ating politika, no. So very dati everyone was praising, everyone was with, you know, the former president. And hindi ko naman sila masisisi. Okay? But, you know, sa akin, hindi, ito kasi yung nag-inspire sa akin No, hindi ko naman childhood dream maging abogado. Okay. May disconnect actually, no, yung pagiging journalist sa abogado. Although sabi nila meron naman, okay? But still, no, I pursued, and then yung law school ko, I sent actually myself to law school. I had 3 jobs then. Ito yung lagi ko sinasabi sa mga estudyante ko. Nung nag-aaral ako ng law school, I had 3 jobs. Sabi na, ha? Paano mo na kaya yun? Sabi niya, yes, I was with Unang Hirit, I was with UMak teaching, and I was with CEU also teaching. Sabi ko, paano mo kinakaya yun? Sabi ko, ewan ko rin. Okay? Pang umaga ang Unang Hirit, di ba? 2:00 na madaling araw, nasa studio na ako. So I would wake up at 1, no? And then start my day at 2 a.m. Then mag-out ako ng 11 a.m. Okay? And then magta-travel ako, buti na lang may angkas noon dati, habal-habal. So, pag kuya nasa GMA lang ako, sige, I would brave EDSA going to University of Makati and teach these people. Ayan, sila yung mga yon, yung mga tinuturuan ko dati. Okay, so, yon. And then after that, punta ako ng CEU, I would teach, no? And then CEU, may law school alma mater also. Doon din ako nag-law school hanggang 10 o'clock in the evening, and then uwi na ako ng bahay 11 or 12, and then matutulog na lang ng 2 oras. So I had 3 jobs then. I had to send myself to law school because sinong tutulong sa akin? Wala naman, no? Hindi naman kaya ng parents ko. And so yeah, and then after that, thankful, sabi ko nga, paano nyo po nakaya yon? Paano nyo, how were you able to send yourself to law school? It's because of the University of Makati. It's because of UMak. I actually told that to the president during the regularization and promotion. Sabi ko kay president, I do not know if it, Dr. Si Ma'am, Hermosura, okay, Ma'am Juvie, no? Naalala niya, sabi ko, actually, UMak, my salary in the University of Makati actually put me to law school. So, yun yung yun yung sinabi ko kay President nung regularization and promotion. Although hindi ko nakuha yung regularization, but it's okay, as long as nandito ako. Okay, so sabi ko, nagpapasalamat ako sa UMak dahil yung sweldo ko sa UMak na, alam mo yon, medyo at least malaki. Hindi naman ganun kalaki, pero at least, 'di ba, for a single like me, okay, I was able to put myself to send myself to law school. So nagpapasalamat ako sa University of Makati, no? And you know what? So yon. And then after that, ayun, ilang taon na ako sa UMak? 10 years na po ako sa UMak. Okay? 10 taon na po akong nasa UMak. Okay? Mentoring future directors, future journalists, and I'm so proud to see the products of Institute of Arts and Design, no, kahit wala sila dito, no. Nakikita ko sila sa TV, reporters na sila, they are reporting for big companies, media companies. And I'm so proud, nasa radyo na sila, reporters na sila, they are all directors. So sabi ko, okay, nakakatuwa na I'm still here, I followed their path, no? These people, no? So, yun. And then, sabi ko parang dito na ata ako magstay. Okay. But still, I still, as a private law practitioner, I still go to courts, no? I still represent clients, no? And hindi pa rin nawawala yung pagiging tawag nito, yung pagiging alternative lawyer in me, no? Kasi I am handling the legal aid, no? Of CU Law School, where I also teach as a law professor, no? So I head that legal aid. Ang legal aid po, na may legal aid din ng UMak School of Law, nagbibigay ng libreng serbisyo, no? Free legal services to all marginalized sectors. So yun yung, sabi ko, hindi pwedeng mawala sa akin yun. Dahil yun yung purpose ng pagiging abogado ko. Okay, so sabi ko nga, 'di ba? I want to be like Lenny Robredo, sabi ko nga, 'di ba? So dapat yung path niya rin, yun yung yun yung aking tawag nito, ifa-follow, 'di ba? So kaya sabi ko hindi pwedeng mawala sa akin. I need to give back to the community by sharing my legal wisdom, if you may call it, no, and magbigay ng serbisyo sa mga nangangailangan. I know kayo ang mga nandito ay engineering, no? Okay, and yung iba, tourism. Okay, huwag kayong mag-alala, pwede pa rin naman kayo maging abogado. 'Di ba? Ito nga si Panyero, engineering law. May mga kaklase akong engineer, may kaklase akong medtech na abogado, may kaklase akong nurse na abogado, may kaklase akong teacher na abogado, may kaklase akong journalist na abogado. Okay? So, pwede kayong maging abogado, huwag kayong mag-alala. Okay? So, kung gusto nyo lang naman, okay, in-encourage ko sila maging abogado. Para sa mga nasa laylayan. Alam niyo, maraming nagsasabi, ang dami ng abogado sa Pilipinas, hindi nyo lang po alam ang daming nangangailangan ng abogado sa Pilipinas. Feeling nyo lang marami. But bulk of these lawyers are in the corporate. So they do not go to courts, no? They are in the corporate or nasa gobyerno sila, no? So hindi sila makapag-represent. So kailangan talaga ng abogado sa Pilipinas. Okay, so hindi na sa IAD yung no. But anyway, no, sa law school na lang kayo, okay? Baka may mga political science students dito, 'di ba? And I'm sure some of you there you want to become a lawyer someday. And you are, sige na, mag-abogado na kayo. Pero mahirap ha, okay? We are not sugarcoating lawyering, okay? Ano?
Thank you so much, Sir Edu. So, mag-abogado na daw tayong lahat. Thank you so much po sa inyong napaka-meaningful na mga journey ng ating mga discussants. So, ang pinaka-take-away siguro for me is that you have to entertain the opportunity. You have to dream, chase your dreams, and entertain opportunity, and don't forget to give back to the community. What a wonderful and meaningful discussion. So, sir, for our next question is, ito po, very relevant sa nangyayari sa ating panahon, sa ating mundo ngayon, sa ating gobyerno, sa internationally, dito sa Pilipinas. So, in today's world of global issues, political change, environmental challenges, and also the rise of AI, how can future professionals like our students here develop resilience, adaptability, and leadership for career success? Ulitin ko po ang tanong. In today's world of global issues, political change, environmental challenges, and the rise of AI, how can future professionals develop resilience, adaptability, and leadership for career success sa inyo pong kanya-kanyang industriya? Sino pong gusto? Sige po, sir.
Siguro, kasi what I'm going to say is within the context of arts and design, no? But anyway, probably you can take something, no, from what I'm going to say. In the age of AI, no, palagi kong sinasabi, ang AI nandyan na yan. forever na yang nandyan sa buhay natin, no? Nandyan na yan, wala na tayong magagawa, no? Kaya nga ang teachers, no, they keep on taking, no, some professional growth, no, in themselves, no? Dahil diyan, no, akala nila mawawala ng teachers dahil sa AI, mawawala na ang engineers dahil sa AI, mawawala ng abogado dahil sa AI. No. Okay? AI will stay there forever. Okay? Nandun na yon. Okay? Wala na tayong magagawa dyan. In the same way na nung panahon namin, ang Wikipedia, yung AI namin. Okay? Sasabihin ng teacher namin, naka-ano pa yan? Highlight pa yan, no? Naka-red. Ano ba yan? Di mo man lang tinanggal yung link, di ba? Okay, bibilugan yan. Wikipedia was our AI before. Okay? Wikipedia was our AI before. Meron pa yung mga superscript yan. Pag di mo natanggal yon, alam mo na. Ano yon? Wikipedia. Galing sa Wikipedia. So, and until now, ang Wikipedia, nandito pa rin naman. So, ang AI nandiyan na yan. Okay? So, ang sinasabi ko lagi sa mga estudyante ko, you have to use AI responsibly. Okay? And I would always tell them, no, meron tayong tinatawag na technological determinism theory. Ano ito? Sinasabi niya na our behavior as a person, no, should not be dictated by technologies. It should be the other way around. So anong gagawin natin? Ang AI should just merely a tool. No, it should never dictate who we are. It should never dictate our behavior. Okay, dapat tayo yung nagko-control sa AI. Okay, tayo nagko-control sa technology. Okay, hindi pwedeng dapat na yung technology magko-control sa atin. Okay, yung ating behavior, the way we communicate, no, the way we talk to other people, no, it should not be that way. No, it should be the other way around. Okay, so use AI responsibly. Paano ba natin gamitin ng AI responsibly? Okay, at bago natin ito, sinasabi ko nga, bago nyo gamitin naman yung AI, no, dapat marunong muna kayo sa basic skills, no, sa basic writing, okay, etc. Kasi ngayon yung mga estudyante, di ba, diretso na, sige, mag-prompt ka lang dyan and then suddenly, in a matter of seconds, no, in a matter of seconds, the answer is there. Okay, but kailangan ng AI literacy pa rin, no? Ang mga teachers ninyo keep on enrolling in different AI seminars, workshops, etc. Just so they could keep up. They could be, keep abreast with the developments of technology, no? So kailangan pa rin 'yon. And ito yung sinasabi ko, you have to learn the basics. Diba? Yung basics muna, okay? Para alam niyo magsulat. Kasi ngayon, Diyos ko, ini-AI mo lang, please draft an excuse letter to my professor, blah, blah, blah. O, tas kokopyahin na lang. Diba? Hindi ka na nag-isip. Diba? So, what's the responsible use of AI? Pwede naman kasing, di ba, you draft your own, and then, pwede mo naman kasing ipa-check kay AI. Check the grammar, punctuation, etc. That's the responsible use of AI. And then, pwede mong i-declare na this paragraph was, tawag nito, underwent AI, no, etc., etc. So, pwede naman yung responsible use of AI. So, yun, kasi yun yung naano ko yung global issue din yan, yung AI na yan, especially during the pandemic, 'di ba? So, yun, meron kami sa journalism, sa media, meron kami tinatawag na master the basics and break them afterwards. So you have to master the basic muna, basic ng production, etc., pagsulat ng balita. I-master mo muna, saka ka mag-break nung rule na yon. Kasi that way, no, dyan mo malalaman yung creativity ng tao, yung creative expression niya, yung creative expression, creative freedom niya. So, master the basics, okay? Kasi hindi kayo you cannot move forward without mastering, the basic skills, no, ng isang tao. Okay, communication skills, no, social skills, no, etc. Yun. So, yun naman yung akin sa AI. Okay, so yung iba na lang din po. Ang daldal ko talaga. Okay. Pag nabigyan na ako ng microphone. Okay.
Sa akin naman po, in the context of construction and engineering, kailangan natin, at your state, I believe yan yung pinaka-ideal, parang yung idealist pa tayo. As graduating students, papasok ka sa industry, ay sobrang taas ng idealism natin. kadalasan sinasabi nila, hindi mo dapat i-maintain yun pag nasa sort of yung sinasabing real world. Pero I believe, kailangan lang natin mag-maintain ng open mind. In the context of engineering, alam naman natin yung nangyari politically, particularly for the flood control mess. Maraming mga engineers ang nadawit doon kasi nasobrahan naman natin yung pag-keep nila ng open mind. Nakalimutan nila yung ideals, yung itinuro nung college sila. Kailangan lang din, so aside from keeping an open mind, we just need to keep our ideals, at the same time, be an ethical citizen. Yun lang yung kailangan natin. Kasi kahit na-discuss ni Sir about the evolution brought by AI, madami pa yan na future developments. Para makasabay ka doon, keep an open mind, but protect your ideals to become an ethical citizen. Yun lang naman po.
Short but sweet, sir. Thank you so much, attorney.
Okay.
Doctor?
Pwedeng pahingi ng tubig. kasi kanina pa. Thank you po. Mathematics teacher ako. Pag binigyan ko ng problems sa mga estudyante, mathematics and physics, pag assignment, ang bilis nila makasagot. No? Bakit? Gumagamit ng AI. Pero kapag pina-explain ko na, pina-compute, hindi na nila magawa. No, sabi nga ni attorney, ang AI nandyan na yan. Na? So sa context ng education, pag ikaw ay maging teacher, dapat upskilled ka. No? Go to school. Okay? Attend the training, the seminar, para hindi ka masapawan ng AI. No? Tool ang AI na pwede natin gamitin para ma-upskill tayo, para ma-inform tayo, para magamit natin para umangat pa. Na? Kasi pag teacher, dapat mas magaling, mas matalino sa estudyante. Pagdating ng araw, estudyante mo, baka mas magaling pa siya pag nakapag-graduate, na gaya kay Sir, kay attorney, di ba? So, ganun yon. Na gusto maging teacher, so dapat, kaya nga ako, kahit medyo late ng doctoral program ko, nag-aral pa rin ako. Kasi ayokong magiging ordinaryong classroom teacher na mag-retire na ordinary teacher lang. So, kailangan natin sa panahon para maging resilient ka, para maging leader ka, kailangan trusted ka. Kailangan may pinanghawakan ka. Hindi pwedeng maging leader ka na mas marami pang alam ang mga members mo kaysa sa'yo. Na mas marami pang alam ang estudyante mo kaysa sa'yo kung ikaw ay teacher. Pag nasa harapan ka ng classroom, dapat authority ka. Dapat well-informed ka. Na? Kaya sa panahon ng pandemic, umiyak talaga ako eh. Bakit? Yung shift ng paggamit ng technology. Pero sabi ko, hindi pwede. Teacher ako, dapat matutunan ko itong teknolohiyan ito. So sa AI, ganun din, I'm attending seminars about AI and other things. Kasi hindi pwedeng, may edad ka na eh. Wala ka ng karapatan para mag-aral pa uli. Kaya sabi ko, attorney, I'm still planning to go to school, sa law school, pag may pagkakataon. At parating may pagkakataon. Na? So, hindi pwedeng manatili tayong ganun lang. Na? So, kailangan iangat natin ang sarili natin by going to school, by attending seminar, so that you will become resilient. Mahirap kasi na pag may problema ka, may challenges, hindi mo alam kung anong gawin. Na? Pag ikaw ay isang leader, school leader ka, o isang leader sa departamento, hindi mo alam kung paano isolve ang problem na yon. Okay? So, thank you.
Thank you po, Dr. Errol.
AI. We're in a world of. Actually, we're very lucky eh. Ang bilis ng mundo ngayon. I remember during my time, even technology, medyo mabagal eh. But today, a new gadget, in 3-6 months, nagiging obsolete siya eh. So with my age, no, I'm not really with AI eh. This is something very new to me. Sa age ko, hindi namin masyadong ano ang AI because we're so old school. But what I'm trying to say is that maski nung age natin, kailangan natin mag-adapt. It was the word adaptation or the word adapt was mentioned earlier twice. And it's being mentioned again now by the discussants, no? Just give me a few minutes, no? We just came in from training. I'd like to introduce to you Captain Angel. She used to be a stewardess and now she's a pilot. All right. In training, she also teaches survival swimming. All right. Bakit ko to? Why I'm bringing this up na ang pinag-uusapan natin? Sa survival swimming kasi, you have to learn basic first. Right, attorney, di ba? Basic swimming first. Tapos, magta-transcend tayo sa survival. What we noticed, yung ibang, sa dami ng estudyante namin, yung iba, malalakas ang loob eh. Talagang they jump into the water, they swim. Basic pa lang ang tinuro ni Captain Angel. Yung iba, nasa advanced course na, parang hindi pa rin nila well, to use your term, magets. Bilang sabi ni Captain Angel, do not fight with the water. Kaibiganin niyo tubig. Play with the water. What am I saying this? A new technology like AI, ang dami kasing gumagamit na minsan hindi nila naintindihan. Kaya nga nabubuko sa exam, nabubuko pag gumawa ng, as simple as a excuse letter. In our office, bukong-buko ko yan. Kasi minsan, tama sila eh. Dapat alam mo muna yung fundamentals. You should know, well, sa amin, parating dapat alam mo yung produkto mo, product knowledge. That should be 100%. So, pag alam mo na yung produkto, you go back to the fundamentals, to the basic. At huwag ka rin matatakot sa bagong teknolohiya. Kasi yung iba, like any change, parating basta may change, medyo averse agad tayo dyan eh. So I think what we're trying to tell you guys, anything new like AI, kailangan intindihin muna natin nang mabuti para pag ginamit natin, hindi tayo nabubuko ng nakakataas sa atin. Especially when we have customers. Alam na alam nila yan eh. Lalo yung mga batikan na dyan or talaga nag-aral. What if I tell you that at this very moment, meron ng dinidesign na eroplano na walang piloto? It's all AI. Based on all the datas, pati weather na pipredict nila ngayon, at the few seconds, few minutes, few seconds, alam nila kung anong mangyayari because of the years and decades na pinag-aralan yan. That's AI. May mga piloto na hindi pwede yan. But you see, wala tayong magagawa eh. Very fast ngayon, very, very fast. But sometimes, that's what I'm saying because up to this very moment also, hindi nila pwede bitawan ang eroplano na may pasahero na walang piloto. Because they're back to basics. Even if in aviation, there's such a thing as redundancy. Up to 7, ang kulit niyan. Pag ito, let's say the throttle, hindi umandar, may second redundancy sasaluhin yan. May third, may fourth, may fifth, hanggang 7 yan. And that's AI. Pero minsan, even the 7 redundancies fail. Eto ngayon tayo, yung pinag-aralan, yung produkto. So what I'm saying is that let's welcome any change in our lives. Madami yan, lalo sa katulad natin mga bata. Tuloy-tuloy ang change na yan. Huwag nating kalabanin, huwag nating takutin. Like what Captain Angel said, if you haven't learned swimming, when you swim, play with the water. Hindi siya kaaway. Now, let's play with AI. But I agree, the basics, the fundamentals, kailangan aralin muna natin. Ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
So I build on what the previous speakers have said. We, uh, as I always teach in my political theories classes, all collective existence begin with one very basic atom, and that atom is politics or power dynamics. But before politics could happen, economic relation would first take place. The very basic impulse of man is to survive, right? How do you survive? By trying to access necessary resources to exist. You eat, you breathe, you drink, right? And how do you negotiate accessing these resources? Because there's an economic relationship, eh. Politics comes in. Power dynamics. How do you access those basic resources? Is it through coercive measures? Is it through soft power or charisma, diplomacy, courting? Because this is the atom of social existence. And if you've noticed, this is the same pattern and DNA that characterizes collective existence in any society, in any culture, regardless of the evolution of technology and society. That same strand exists. So ako, kung ako tatanungin nyo, wala akong pakialam kung may AI. Because for as long as that strand exists, political science is relevant. The only challenge for us is to position where and how do we look at this technology. Now, as practitioners of politics, how do you deploy AI? Gumaan na nga trabaho natin eh. Because the simple concepts, the simple theories, AI will do that for you. How do you deploy what AI supplied you to solve real-world problems? For example, what data can AI supply to you that government offices will take months to give to you that you can use in order to come up with a hypothesis or an analysis of how to best solve corruption in flood control projects? So, sabi nga po ni Sir, treat AI as water. Don't fight it. Don't resist it. Play with it. Parang free diving din lang yan. When you dive, well, I occasionally free dive. When you dive, you don't really expect what will happen underneath. You just play along with what happens underneath. You don't expect, you don't anticipate things will go, mawawalan ako ng trabaho. Kung tamad ka, oo. If you don't know how to position yourself, if you haven't upskilled, if you haven't retooled, if you haven't really paid attention to your professors the last 4 years, mahihirapan ka talaga. The challenge, therefore, is how do we deploy AI as a tool for us, political practitioners, to solve real-world problems? Kung ako nga magbibigay ng exam o gumamit kayo ng AI, ito problema nyo. How do you build an authoritarian system? O, tanungin nyo sa AI and then apply that in the Philippines. See? It's fun. It's creative. It doesn't have to take your place. It should help you take places wherever you want to go, whatever careers you want to pursue. Pero tama din po si attorney. Learn the basics, huwag mayabang. Matutong magsulat, matutong makinig. Because at the end of it all, in our field, and I always say to my students, the most basic skill you should learn is to read. Read and read. At the end of it all, when you do your job, if you understand what is being instructed, what is being communicated, you will do your job perfectly. Well, siguro hindi naman perfect, but excellently.
Thank you so much, Sir Duke. Thank you again. So, before we end this discussion, we have one final question po. Kasi, syempre, narinig na po ng mga students natin yung challenges sa bawat industries na kinakaharap natin. And I believe you already gave your advices with regarding those challenges. But just for one last question, sir, if you give just one reminder to our students na pakiramdam nila hindi pa sila handa, gagraduate na sila pero hindi pa sila handa sa pagpasok sa industriyang gusto nila, ano po yung gusto nyong ibigay na one reminder or advice or any belief for those students? Yes, Sir Doc.
Do it scared. Do it scared. Nobody will do it for you. Do it scared. You will make so many mistakes. Do it scared. Nangyari na rin yan sa akin, paralysis ng, ano gagawin ko? Magde-development NGO na nga lang ako. Ginawa ko ng ginawa. I'm scared. My batchmates were becoming lawyers. They're becoming, high-ranking officials. And here I was, working in the mountains with the indigenous people, doing all of this stuff. Okay? I was doing it scared. I was running away from things na feeling ko dapat ginagawa ko. But guess what? I learned to enjoy the things that I was doing because I was scared. And then, later on, I would realize those experiences prepared me to become a professor of political science. Because there is no difficulty, my students will attest to that, I have no difficulty giving flesh to the theories that I am talking about. Because I've experienced it, because I've seen it. When you say injustice, I can say that it is the plight of the indigenous people in this particular place. Their lands are being grabbed away from them and all of those stuff. Okay? And I would also like to affirm what Attorney Mabuti said. Opportunities come rarely. When it presents itself, grab it. When my Jesuit boss said, "Why don't you try being a professor? I'll recommend you." Sige po. And I was doing it scared. Hindi ako marunong gumawa ng syllabus. Mas magagaling yung mga estudyante ko. Buhay pa rin naman. Nakakakuha naman ng excellent rating sa mga estudyante ko because I did it scared. Because if you just wait for, tatimingan ko na lang pag ganito, hindi darating yun. Yung mga kaklase mo, they're doing well in life, ikaw, ayun, nag-ML ka pa rin siguro. Nangangarap sa kwarto mo. Do it scared.
Thank you so much po.
Now, can you repeat the question, please?
Despite po the challenges, ano pong reminder or advice niyo po sa mga estudyante kung pakiramdam po nila ay hindi pa sila handa na pumasok sa mga industriya?
Okay. All right. You gotta believe in yourself. Oneself. Napaka-importante. But I'll go a little further. In social media, parating natin nakikita, nababasa these mental health problems, di ba? Innovation, we have what we call the crew resource management. It's just, parang ano yun communications. Dadalawa piloto pero ang daming cases na nagka-crash. Dadalawa lang sila doon. Kasi hindi sila nagkakaintindihan. And I went a little further. I did my own studies. Why do I say that kailangan nating sarili natin, be scared, be prepared, know your product, and all these things. When you leave the four walls of your university, you've been prepared by the teachers, by the faculty. But did we ever really sat down and think about ourselves? Did we examine ourselves? What am I saying? What we are today is the product of what we were yesterday, what we have been doing. And a lot of influences really are more or less, or exposures influence us, and we get affected by that today. Medyo hindi mabigat, but it's very simple also. Sometimes, if we have not addressed the issues yesterday, as simple as in our perception, pangit tayo, in our perception, not enough, or because we were abused or exposed tayo sa abuse, verbal, and all these things, or dahil naging mahirap tayo, like myself, or dati, ang dami nating challenges kahapon. Pag hindi, if we do not come to terms with that, it's very difficult to function in the now or ngayon. If we cannot function properly or effectively in the now, in the present, it's very, very difficult to be successful tomorrow. Sometimes, magaling tayo, ang galing, and we were blessed to to pay forward, di ba? Because we haven't addressed really ourselves, it's very difficult for the people around us, especially in the workplace. They have very difficult to make a connection with us. Sayang ng blessing natin if we do not really ayusin muna ang sarili. What I am saying is that you guys are already on the way out to the quote-unquote the real world. I think it's not too much to ask is ayusin muna natin ang sarili natin. It was flashed on the wall earlier, my hard skills, my soft skills. Ang hard skills, madali yan. Put time, effort and all, madali. But the soft skills, makitungo sa sarili, sa mga tao sa paligid natin, medyo mahirap yan. Even, there was from the audience, even corruption eh. Pag hindi natin naayos yung sarili natin, we're prone to that. And so with abuse, so with abuse of power and all these things, just imagine kung naayos natin sarili natin, pero we're very, very positive. So what I'm trying to say is that before we go out to the real world, let's arm oneself, ourselves. And I think it's easier to be scared, easier to be a little bit confident, but not mayabang. A lot of these things, it's really easier if we discover ourselves first. Even in aviation. So what I'm saying is that today, we're just like I was in your seat before, not too long ago, di ba? You will find yourselves, you will wake up one morning, you will not be inside or within the four walls. You will have the world. I'm telling you, pare, ang mundo nasa inyo yan. The world will be your playground. But when you play fairly. And always think of the people around you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Clint. Attorney?
Sa akin naman, so, bakit nga ba ako kinakabahan sa mga bagay na hindi ko alam? Possible expectations ng iba. I'm burdened by sa inyo, you're burdened by the expectations ng school, ng mentors, ng family, or kahit yung expectations nyo sa sarili nyo. And those things, you cannot control them. For me, bago kayo pumasok sa industry, hindi nyo naman kasi talaga, sa school, hindi tinuro talaga lahat. Hindi mo matututunan lahat. Ang tinuro is yung basics para pagpasok mo, pwede ka pang matuto pero hindi mo kailangan aralin lahat. Kasi sa field naman ng engineering, in my experience, helpful naman yung mga nauna ng mga maging engineers pagka pumasok ka sa work. Kasi iga-guide ka nila. Bakit? Kasi pagka nagkamali ka, matadamay pa rin naman kasi sila doon. So, you can give yourself some adjustment time pagpasok nyo sa work. And babalikan lang ulit natin, let go of those things na hindi nyo kayang kontrolin, especially expectations. You can, sabi nga ni Sir, believe sa sarili nyo
na ready kayo kahit papano dun sa papasukin yung field. Yan na po.
Thank you, Attorney. Dr. Errol?
Okay. Balikan mo yung big picture mo. Balikan mo. Ano yung interest mo? Ano yung driving force mo? Ano motivation mo? In short, ano yung dinrawing mo noon sa buhay mo na gusto mo mating? With that, no, mayroon kang driving force at kailangan ko gawin ito. Kasi pag wala yun, wala naman eh. Di ba? Status quo ka na lang. Mediocrity. Pero pag mayroon kang ganun, na I'm sure na maging handa ka. Paghandaan. Na yung bagay na yun. So, sa field ng education, teaching naman is not for perfection. It's all about connection. You connect vertically and horizontally. Ano yon? Vertically, you connect to God. You pray. Lord, bigyan mo ako ng ganitong kakayanan. Boost mo yung confidence ko. No? Lord, gabayan mo ako. Ako bago pumunta sa klase ko, nagdarasal ako. Na sana hindi ako nakikita ng mga estudyante ko, kundi ang Diyos. Na nagsasalita sa kanila si Kristo. Kaya sa akin, hindi problema sa akin yung disiplina sa loob ng classroom. Why? Because I offer it to God. Na? Mahalaga yun. That we connect ourselves to God. Kasi minsan nakakalimutan natin pag sobrang galing natin eh. 'Di ba? Nakalimutan natin na boastful na pala tayo. Na? Pero dapat attribute natin yan sa Diyos. Next na connection gawin natin, connect to your students. Give empathy. Ramdamin mo yung naramdaman ng estudyante mo. Naramdamin mo yung naramdaman ng mga empleyado mo. Pag nagugutom sila, I'm sure nagugutom ka rin. Kaya sa school, pag may pagkain sa office, lahat ng teachers pinapakain. Kasi naramdaman namin yung naramdaman nila. Connection, empathy, na? Consideration. Talk to them effectively. Napakahalaga ng effective communication. Hindi lang magaling ka mag-English, kundi narating mo yung puso ng bawat isa. Kung ikaw teacher, narating mo yung puso ng bawat estudyante mo. Na? Sa parents, sa education, ang daming kalaban, hindi naman kalaban eh, pero challenges. Andyan ang parents na bigla nang susugod sa school, awayin ka, na? Estudyante na bully, na? Maingay, alam nyo yan, di ba? Lahat, na? Nag-away. Sir, si ano, inaway ko, sir, binuli ako, sir, yan. Ang dami. Kung teachers mo na maintriga, di ba? Teachers mo na tamad. Okay? And a lot more. So, napaka-importante ng connection. Sabi ni Sir kanina, di ba? Napaka-importante. So, with all those things na mayroon ka, manatili kang resilient, manatili kang productive. Na? Kasi at the end of the day, ang parati mong bigyan ng attribute ay ang Diyos na naglikha sa iyo. Ang Diyos na nabigay sa iyo ng talent, ng skills. Ang Diyos na nabigay sa iyo ng katalinuhan. So, always entrust to God kung ano mayroon ka so that you can move forward and able to overcome the challenges that come along your way. Na? So, yan ang sikreto ko. Bakit natili pa rin akong gusto ko pang magturo. No? Gusto ko pa rin nasa loob ng classroom. Kahit department head ako, gusto ko may load ako. Bakit? I want to connect. I want to touch, to teach, transform my students, and be one of my treasures.
Thank you so much, Dr. Errol. Sir Eddie?
Okay, so I think if you're going to summarize all what they said, diba? So nandun na siya. Okay, so ano na lang siguro, ako na magsa-summarize, no? Siguro tandaan na lang natin yung 3 C's. Okay? Communication, competence, and most importantly, character. Ayan. So yung tatlong yun lang ang imbulong sa inyo pa itaas, no? Communication, ito lagi sinasabi sa mga bata. Please, lagi magbasa ng magbasa. Sinabi kanina ni Sir to yung read, and read. Oo, tama yon. You know what? Di ba sabi nga ni Francis Bacon, kilala niyo si Francis Bacon? O, hindi yung kilala. Okay, sige. Writer siya. Okay, sabi niya, no, reading maketh a fool man. Okay? Dun sa communication, no, reading maketh a fool man. Okay? Conference, a ready man. Writing, an exact man. Yun. So, nandun na yung communication. Magbasa, magsulat. Okay? Kasi ngayon, ang mga kabataan ngayon, no, mga Gen Zs, no, ang tawag ko nga sa kanila, illiterate. Alam niyo yung ibig sabihin ng illiterate? You know how to read, but you do not read. Marunong kayong magbasa, pero tinatamad kayong magbasa. Kasi yung attention span ninyo, pang 5 minutes lang. 'Di ba? Yun na yung attention span niyo pag pinagbasa kayo ng readings ng teacher ninyo. Wala na, nagta-tap out na kayo. Ayoko na, nasa second paragraph pa lang ako. Ayoko nang basahin. Pag meron na kayong na-encounter na medyo vocabulary na hindi nyo na gusto, anong ibig sabihin nito? Hindi nyo man lang hinahanap doon sa dictionary. Di ba dapat ganun yung magbasa para maintindihan natin? Yun. So, read, and read. Ayan, magbasa ng magbasa. Okay, so, ayun. And of course, humility. Ayan. So, wag tayo, tama yung sinabi ni Sir, wag kayong boastful. Dapat, nakatapak pa rin tayo sa lupa. And always think of humanity. Yun. Kasi nawawala na yun eh. Yung, di ba, engineer na walang pakialam sa kapwa. Abogadong walang pakialam sa kapwa, pinagtatanggol lang kung sino-sinong nasa flood control project. Charing, di joke lang. Okay, 'di ba? O kaya, 'di ba, corruption, 'di ba? O kaya naman, 'di ba, mga teacher na walang 'di ba, walang humanity. Think of humanity. 'Di ba? So, scientist na, alam mo 'yun, walang pagtingin sa humanity. So, parang ako, hindi pwedeng mawala yun. Kaya napaka-importante ng humanities na subject. So, yun. Doon talaga tayo, di ba? Isulong natin yan, humanities subject. Kailangan natin yan sa mundo. Okay. So, yun lang naman. Thank you.
Again, thank you so much po, our panelists. Thank you so much sa isang napaka-meaningful na discussion. Salamat sa mga binigay nyo sa mga estudyante. And I hope our students has valuable insights and takeaways for this session. Again, thank you so much.
Thank you very much to our facilitator, Ms. J. Laurelia Barras, for guiding us today meaningful and engaging roundtable discussion. And of course, our sincerest appreciation to all our panel discussants for generously sharing their valuable insights, experiences, and expertise with our hearers. We will now proceed with the awarding of Certificate of Appreciation to our panel discussants. We will call on Ms. Cynthia Margareta Jose, Director of Center for Linkages and Placement, to assist in awarding the certificates. Allow me to read the citation. This certificate of appreciation is hereby presented to our distinguished panel discussants for generously sharing their knowledge and expertise during the roundtable discussion for their respective industry clusters as part of the University Career Forum 2026 for the second semester academic year 2025-2026 with the theme Shaping Futures, Rise with Purpose, Shine with Innovation Anywhere, held on 19th day of May 2026 at the University of Makati. Our panel discussants are for the Tourism, Hospitality, and Human Kinetics Industry Cluster from Aviation Management and Development Academy, Mr. Clinton Steven Dado. For the Arts, Arts, Design, and Innovative Teacher Education Industry Cluster from the University of Makati Institute of Arts and Design, Attorney Edward Emery Parip. For the Governance and Public Policy Industry Cluster from the University of Makati College of Governance and Public Policy, Professor Duke Dolorical. For the Construction Sciences and Engineering Industry Cluster from the City Government of Makati, Department of Engineering and Public Workers, Attorney Mel Kenneth A. Mabute. And for the Innovative Teacher Education Industry Cluster from HSL Braille College Incorporation, Dr. Errol M. Sumagaysay. Once again, thank you very much to our panel discussants for sharing your time, knowledge, and inspiring experiences with us today. For our next segment, we have segment 3, Labor Education for Graduating Students. Our speaker is a Senior Labor and Employment Officer and Labor Inspector from Dole NCR with extensive experiences in labor standards enforcement, conciliation, and mediation in handling labor cases. She has also worked in the field of engineering, bringing both technical and public service experiences into her role. She holds a master's degree in public administrations and continues to serve in promoting workers' rights and welfare. Let us all welcome Engineer Kaislim and Quinones.
Hello po, good morning. So napaka-impressive nung ang nag-take part sa roundtable discussion nung umaga. Ayan. So again, my name is Kaisalyn Quinones, but you can call me Casey. I'm one of the labor inspectors at Dole, Makati Pasay Field Office. So as my title goes, yung designation namin, labor inspector. Ang primary function namin, we conduct inspection of private establishments in Makati and Pasay to ensure that companies are compliant with labor standards and occupational safety and health standards. So everyone here is expected to join corporate world. Siguro yung iba sa inyo, ibang landas yung tatahakin. Pero at one point in your life, baka maka-encounter kayo ng isang taga-Dole na labor inspector. So para lang may idea ako, no? Raise your hands kung meron ng job offer na naghihintay sa'yo after your graduation. Meron na ba? Oh, meron na. May konti. Nice. Congratulations po. Now again, be a show of raising your hands. Sino dito ang actively sending out your resumes through LinkedIn, Indeed? Ayan. Huwag kayong mahiya. Okay lang yan. Diba? Now, sino dito yung confident na makakapagsabi sa akin, alam ko kung ano ang dapat laman ng aking first ever employment contract? Meron ba? Sige po. So that's why I'm here. I was supposed to prepare you on how to protect yourselves as future employees. What should you expect from your prospective employers? Ano ang mga basic rights nyo as employee? What are the red flags that you should look for sa mga ina-applyan nyo? So meron po tayong QR code sa screen. This is the link to our Workers' Statutory Monetary Handbooks. Kasi alam ko you've been here since 8 o'clock, 8:39. So ilang oras na kayo nakaupo dyan? Diba? I feel you. Baka hindi na kayo present mentally. So, scan nyo siya para later on, you have something to go back. about labor standards. Okay? Saan ko to i-click, ma'am? Diyan. So the objective for labor education is for you to understand your rights as workers and to prepare you to the world of work. Sabi nga nila kanina, real world, ang totoong buhay. Ano yung possible careers ng ating graduating students? Some of you may choose to pursue higher education, masters. Some of you can join the local employment. Maaaring katulad sa amin sa government sectors, lagi namang hiring ang gobyerno. Or private sectors. Some of you can become entrepreneurs. Mag-start kayo ng sarili nyong business. Usong-uso ang e-commerce ngayon. What else? Some of you can work overseas, either land-based or yung tinatawag natin mga seafarer, sea-based. So, bahala na kayo kung saan kayo mapupunta. Yung mga round table discussion natin kanina, medyo siya parang midlife crisis ako na napatanong ako, bakit nga ba ako nasa Dole ngayon? I'm actually a civil engineer, so parang ang layo ng tinalon ko. Pero it happens. And it may happen to you. Yung mga course nyo, maaaring hindi related dyan ang future job nyo. You can find your passion anytime from your 20s, 30s, 40s. So good luck po. Pero dapat alam nyo yung mga karapatan nyo para walang makapagloko sa inyo. So what are the challenges after graduation? Totoo po, sa Pilipinas, nakakalungkot man, ang daming nagiging biktima ng illegal recruiters. Ang daming scam. Kapag kailangan nyong gumastos para makakuha ng permanent position, wag nyo nang gawin. That's fake. Okay? So we have our partners po, the Peso. Mamaya. Sige. Meron silang time mamaya. We have job fairs and online platforms. Ito yung mga possible nyong puntahan to make sure na legit yung mga ina-applyan nyo. So we go to the employment relationship. Contract, yung basic definition natin is a meeting of the minds between all parties involved. So what is contract of employment? It is a contract based on mutually agreed on, voluntarily made exchange between parties. So employees willingly give their services in exchange for wages. Most of the time, sa form ng pera. Okay? Willing tayong magserbisyo para sa mga kumpanya kung ang kapalit ay sweldo. Tama naman. So that is a form of employment contract. As long as your wages is in compliant with labor standards and company policy. So there are different type of employee. Basahin ko pero I'll give an example mamaya para mas ma-visualize nyo at makapili kayo kung anong type of employee nyo ba gusto. So we have casual employees. So this is an employee engaged to perform a job or service which is merely incidental to the business and for a definite period made known at the time of engagement. Meaning, bago kayo i-hire, nasabi na kung gaano katagal ang magiging employment contract nyo at yung trabaho nyo ay hindi siya kailangan sa business. It's not part of the usual business. Mag-e-exist yung kumpanya kahit wala ang posisyon nyo. Next type, contractual employee. Pwede kayong i-hire ng isang contractor or subcontractor. So, this contractor or subcontractor will have a service agreement with the principal. So, imagine a triangle. Merong straight line sa isang principal or company and a contractor. Meron silang service agreement that the contractor will provide services. In order to provide that specific service, si contractor ngayon ay mag-hire ng empleyado. Doon papasok si contractual employee. So there is another straight line between the contractor and the employee kasi meron kayong employer and employee relationship. Now, we will form a triangle kasi magkakaroon ng indirect line between kay employee at principal. Bakit? Ide-deploy kayo ng contractor nyo kay principal. You are not an employee of the principal but rather an employee of the contractor. Pero for the contractor to be able to render services, dineploy niya kayo. So, ang laging confusion dyan, sino ngayon ang employer ng ating worker? To answer that, your employer would always be the contractor. Okay? Although nandun kayo sa work premises ni principal, si contractor pa rin po ang employer nyo. That's why, if there are any disciplinary action needed, kung sino ang magbabayad ng sweldo, magko-cover ng benefits nyo, it's always the contractor. Kung hindi ganon ang senaryo, medyo questionable na ngayon kung sino nga ba ang employer nyo. Next type of employee is a probationary employee. So ito ang most probably may encounter nyo. Pag hinire kayo, kunyari, pumasa kayo sa recruitment and selection stage. Okay kayo kay boss. Sabihin sa inyo ng HR, you will now be hired as a probationary employee. Ngayon, dapat ipaalam nila agad sa inyo gaano katagal ang probationary period of employment nyo. So, unless na lang nakaspecify sa contract, the basic rule is 6 months. A probationary period lasts for 6 months. Maaaring mas maikli if yun ang gusto ng company. So usually, kung mas maikli yan, nakastate yan sa inyong kontrata. Very rare na mas tumatagal ng 6 months. Very rare cases, pero it do happens and pwede siyang maging legal. Okay? So again, probationary employee, think of it as a trial period for you. Gustong makita ng employer nyo yung performance nyo, if you can do the job. Second, gusto niya makita syempre, na-mention to kanina during the round table, your character. Nakikita ka ba niya sa an employee for a long period of time? Pumapasok ka ba on time? Diba? Mahilig ka ba mag-sick leave bigla? Yung mga ganon. So, hindi lang performance pati yung character nyo, tinitignan because this is your trial period. Tinetest kayo ng employer nyo kung karapat-dapat ba na maging regular employee kayo. Kasi there are certain benefits that comes with a regular employee na wala ang mga probationary employees natin. Now, we go to the next type of employment. Ayan. So, kapag lumevel up ka na from probationary, magiging regular employee ka na. So ano yung mga difference ng ating regular employee? The job that you're doing is necessary and desirable to the business of your employer. Hindi makakapag-survive ang employer nyo, hindi magsasucceed ang business niya kung wala yung possession nyo. Pero most importantly, you are an employee for an indefinite term. Diba? Unlike yung kanina na 6 months o kaya naman yung casual na limited lang yung period nyo sa employer, eto, indefinite. So, hindi kayo basta-basta matatanggal unless there is cause and due process. Okay? So, eto yung laging i-aspire natin, maging regular employee kayo. The next, project-based employee. So, dalawang type siya. Pwedeng related dun sa regular business of employer, yung gagawin nyo. Pwede rin naman, hindi siya related. Pero ang pinagkaiba niya lang kasi, definite din yung period of engagement. Maaaring yung date ay specified or may milestone. So, yun yung mga project-based employee natin. One great example is sa construction industry. Ang mga construction company, nagbibid or nagkakaroon ng project. Pero hindi nila alam kung hanggang kailan sila makakakuha ng bagong project. Pwedeng mawalan, diba? So, ang mga ina-hire nila, project-based employee. If they're able to win or bid on a project at nanalo nga sila, mag-hire sila ng mga project-based employee for that specific project. So, yung duration ng employment mo, maaaring depende sa phase ng project kung saan ka kailangan, or maaari ring milestone upon completion of the project, whichever comes first. So, ganun po ha. Limited ang project-based employee natin. Fixed term, not necessarily in relation to a specific project or undertaking. So, example tayo para ma-picture out nyo siya. For example, I own a manufacturing company. Example lang. So, ang business ko, ano ba? Nag-supply ako ng Abaca tote bags to corporations. Yung Abaca tote bags ko, pinamimigay nila yan as Christmas gift during the holiday season. So, I have a manufacturing company. Mag-hire ako, syempre, unang-una, probationary employees. So, they will undergo a 6 months trial period. Pag okay, sige, regular. Pero paano kung hindi? Para maprotektahan ko ang sarili ko as employer, hindi ako mareklamo sa DOLE or NLRC, ideally, magkoconduct ako ng performance evaluation, possibly on the 3rd month or 4th month. During this performance evaluation, I will make sure that the employee knows kung ano ang stand niya sa company. Are you doing good? Okay ba yung rating mo sa akin? Do you have some areas that you need to improve on? Kung meron, magkoconduct ako ng coaching and mentoring. Then, possibly on the 4th month, another round of performance evaluation. To ensure lang, mag-check ako, okay na ba? Nag-improve ka ba? Pag hindi, sige, coaching, mentoring ulit tayo. Pero on the 5th month, ito yung crucial. If you're a new employee at Proby ka, napaka-crucial nung 5th month sa inyo. Kasi meron tayong batas na nagsasabi that an employer must inform you 30 days prior if they are going to terminate you. So, napaka-crucial nung 5th month kasi dapat 5th month pa lang, alam nyo na if you will become regular or kung i-end yung probationary employment nyo. Okay? Now, on the 5th month, sasabihin ko na sa'yo, despite the round of coaching, mentoring, performance evaluation, unfortunately, hindi mo na-meet yung standards ng company. So, I will now end your probationary employment. Hindi ka aabot ng 6 months sa akin. Kasi mate-technical ako. Pag ikaw ay nagstay sa company ko for 6 months and 1 day, you will now automatically become a regular employee. Regardless kung mag-issue ako ng panibagong kontrata o hindi. Okay? So, tandaan nyo yung mga critical dates sa ating Proby, yung 5th month. Dapat alam nyo na. So kapag lumagpas kayo ng 6 months, kumbaga on your 6 months and 1 day, kahit wala kayong ma-receive na any form of documentation, i-claim nyo na regular na ako. Okay? So ganun yun, na technical yung company. So again, nasa na ako? I have a manufacturing company. So i-hire ko, Proby. Pag okay, magiging regular. So some of my clients may conduct site visit. Siyempre, first impression last, gusto ko maganda yung manufacturing company ko. So, mag-hire ako ngayon, si Manong Kaloy, sabi ko, Manong Kaloy, paki-repaint yung aking gate para maganda yung makita ng mga client pag site visit. So, si Manong Kaloy, i-hire ko lang siguro for less than a week. Yun yung kanina natin na tinatawag na casual employee. Hindi ko siya kailangan sa business ko, pero naging empleyado ko siya for a definite period of time. Ano pa ba? Para tumakbo ng maayos ang aking manufacturing company, mag-hire ako ng other employees under agency. Ano to? Isa is security agency. Para meron akong security guard to protect my work premises. Ang aking property, pero hindi ko siya empleyado. The security guard is an employee of the security agency. Hindi siya direct sa akin. Hindi ako magbabayad ng sweldo niya. Hindi ako ang magko-cover ng SS Pag-ibig PhilHealth niya. Yung security agency yun. My contract is between my company and the security agency and not the security guard. Okay? Another na pwede kong i-hire, janitors. So another utility company. Hindi ko siya empleyado siya ng janitorial company. Pero sa akin siya nagre-report every day. Okay? So, yun yung contractual employee natin. Another example of employment. Okay. So, malakas yung business ko pag holiday season. Kasi nga, di ba, corporate giveaways. Kaya mag-hire ako ng fixed-term employee or minsan tinatawag natin seasonal employee. So from October to December, mai-hire akong additional people. Maaaring yung trabaho nila ay necessary sa business ko, pero I only need them for that short period of time. Again, hindi sila regular employee. Bago ko sila i-hire, ipapaalam ko na from October to December ka lang. After that, wala na tayong employer-employee relationship. So that is allowed, ha? Fixed term or seasonal. Then, since maganda yung takbo ng business ko, I want to expand my manufacturing company. Sige, yung iswing, expand natin. So mag-hire ako ng isang engineer. I-hire ko si engineer, siya ang bahalang kumuha ng mga workers niya, ng laborers niya, para matapos yung construction or expansion ng aking east wing. So yun yung tinatawag natin na project-based. Hanggang matapos lang yung east wing ko, doon ko lang magiging empleyado si engineer. Pero again, he is a project-based employee. Kahit lumagpas ng 6 months yung paggawa niya niyan, hindi siya magiging regular employee sa akin. Kasi we are limited to the duration of the project. So clear na po ba yan ang mga types of employments natin sa labor code? Pero ngayon, with the rise of technology, marami nang bago. At unfortunately, hindi siyang kayang i-cover ng labor code o ng batas sa Pilipinas. So I have a lot of friends, relatives, who works for international companies. O kaya naman, ano ba yung uso ngayon? Yung mga VA. Contract-based na yon. Civil code ang mag-govern. Hindi kayo covered ng labor code. Okay? So take note of that. Aralin yung mabuti kung ganyang path ang gusto nyong tahakin. Dapat may ma-review ng maayos yung kontrata nyo. What else? Workday sa Pilipinas, it's 8 hours per day, maximum of 6 days a week. Ang sabi ng batas, sa isang linggo, dapat meron kayong straight 24 hours na rest period. Pwede siyang gumalaw yung rest day nyo. Basta ma-meet to, ha? 8 hours a day lang, maximum of 24 hours a day, and maximum of 6 days a week. Mandatory ang 24 hours straight na rest period. Wages daw, as I mentioned, employment contract is the employee is willing to render services in exchange for wage. So wage is the amount paid to an employee in exchange for a task, piece of work, or service rendered by an employee. This includes night shift, OT, rest day, holiday, and 13th month pay. It can also include yung value ng board, lodging, and other facilities furnished by the employer. Pero hindi po mandatory yung board and lodging, ha? It depends sa employer nyo kung gusto niya magbigay niyan, kung generous siya. So basic right of the workers, ano lang naman yan, simple lang. Dapat equal opportunity for all, regardless of your gender, race, creed or religion, age. Kaya meron tayong Anti-Age Discrimination Act. So ano yung minimum wage sa NCR? Kung balak nyo pong magtrabaho sa NCR, dapat alam nyo to, ha? There are 2 brackets. Yung lower bracket at yung higher bracket. If your company is a non-agriculture sector, 695 per day. So hindi namin alam kung magkakaroon ng increase ngayong taon because of the crisis, pero ideally every July ang ating wage increase. Abangan natin sa July. Then lower bracket. Kung pasok kayo sa category na to, if your future employer is under agriculture, retailer service employing less than 15, or manufacturing employing less than 10 workers, 658 lang po. So again, there are 2 brackets. Lower bracket, 658. Higher bracket, 695 per day. So OT, in excess of 8 hours, you are entitled to an additional 25% overtime pay. Kailangan makompleto nyo yung first 8 hours, meaning hindi kayo late. So kapag yung nag-render kayo ng overtime during holidays, may ma-additional pay pa yon. Regular holiday naman, double pay. So tignan nyo po sa calendar kung ano yung mga regular holidays natin. Pag pinasukan nyo, double pay. Pag hindi kayo pumasok, dapat present kayo the working day before the regular holiday. For example, Holy Week, Monday, Thursday, and Good Friday. Dapat present ka nung Wednesday para mabayaran ka ng 100% for Thursday and Friday. Kapag absent kayo ng Wednesday without pay, walang bayad yung Thursday and Friday nyo. Okay? Kaya wag mo nang tamarin, tiisin nyo yung last day before the regular holiday. Pasukan nyo yun. So, ito yung mga regular holidays. Taon-taon naglalabas ang ating Malacanang ng listahan. So, ito po siya. New Year, yung Holy Week nga, Monday, Thursday, Good Friday, Araw ng Kagitingan, Labor Day, Independence Day, National Heroes Day, Idil Fitr sa Idil Adha. Gumagalaw siya, depende sa bilog ng buwan. So, we're waiting kung tuloy na May 27 yung Idil Adha. Wala pang announcement. Bonifacio Day, Christmas Day, and Rizal Day. Yan ang mga regular holiday na double pay. Gusto yan ng mga worker sector natin. Special holiday naman, we have 3. Ninoy Aquino Day, All Saints Day, and last day of the year. No work, no pay. Pag hindi ka pumasok, walang bayad. Pag pumasok ka, additional 30%. So again, pinascan ko yung QR para later on, kasi ito yung nakalagay doon. Pwede niyong balikan. So night differential, pag kayo ay nagtrabaho from 10 p.m. hanggang 6 a.m., may additional 10% per hour ang sweldo nyo. So ito yung sample computation natin. For example, an employee who's earning 695 pesos per day or 86.88 per hour, rendered 6 hours overtime work. So, ang normal hours niya from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sabi ni boss, may kailangan ako ipagawa sa'yo, urgent to. So, nag-OT siya. Inabot yung OT niya from 6 p.m. to 12 midnight. So, sabi natin, di ba, night differential starts from 10 p.m. until 6 a.m. So, meron siyang 6 hours OT and 2 hours night differential. So, let's try to compute math to. So, let's try to compute kung magkano yung sweldo niya for that particular day. Dahil buo niya yung araw na yon, he's going to earn 695 pesos. Magkano yung OTP niya? Sabi natin, overtime is additional 25% per hour. So, his hourly rate is 86.88 times 1.25 for the 25% times 6 hours, 651. So, halos na doble niya, no? Yung kanyang sweldo for that day. Pero meron pa may kadugtong pa yan. May night differential pa siya from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. So, that's 10% of his salary. So, 86.88 times 10% times 2 hours. 17 pesos. Maliit lang po talaga ang night differential kasi nga 10% lang. Pag inad mo lahat ng yan, yung sweldo niya for that day, kasi buo niya, yung 9 to 6, nag-OT siya from 6 p.m. to 12 midnight, 1,363.98 pesos. Pwedeng ganyan, yung pakat-kat yung computation nyo, pwede rin naman, isang diretsyo na. So, same lang yung value niyan, ha? 695 plus per hour times 6 times 1.25 plus per hour rate times 2 hours times 0.10. 1,363. So, ito yung frustration ko nung nagtrabaho ako sa private sector. Hindi ko chine-check yung payslip ko. Net pay lang ako laging nakatingin. So, I have no idea to this date kung nabayaran ba ng tama yung OT ko. I have no idea. Tingin ko naman kasi malaking company yun. So, hopefully, no? Pero kayo, be vigilant. Diba? Basahin nyo yung payslip nyo. Wag lang yung net pay lang. Madali na lang pong mag-compute ngayon kasi you have AI. Pwede rin kayong pumunta sa office namin para mag-inquire. So, other basic rights. Kapag po kayo ay naka 1 year na sa company nyo, you're entitled to 5 days service incentive leave. Wala pong vacation leave, sick leave sa labor code. Ang nasa labor code lang ay 5 days. You can use this as SL or VL. Pag hindi nyo nagamit, pwede nyo i-convert yung unused leave credits to cash. What's my point? After a year pa kayo magkakaroon nito, 5 days lang po ang sabi ng batas. So if your company is giving more than 5 days, generous na po sila noon. Okay? Other types of leaves. So sa babae, ang dami nating additional leave. Pag tayo ay nagbuntis, we have maternity leave. So dati po, onti lang siya. Dati, 60 days for normal delivery, 78 days for cesarean. Pero nung nag-update ang ating Expanded Maternity Leave Act, naging 105 days na po siya, paid. Additional 15 days if you're a solo parent. Pwede kang mag-request ng additional 30 days pero wala nang bayad yon. The 7 days, pwede mong ilipat sa iyong carer. Not exactly your husband, hindi kailangan asawa, pero yung nag-aalaga sa'yo. Okay? May notification yan kay SSS. Other leave. Pag lalaki, kailangan kasal kayo para mag-avail kayo ng paternity leave. Anong conditions for entitlement? You are an employee of the company, syempre. Pangalawa, you are cohabiting with your spouse. Nasa isang bubong po kayo nung asawa nyo na manganganak. Kasi ang purpose ng paternity benefit is tulungan mo yung iyong asawa sa kanyang panganganak. So what's the point na mag-avail ka ng paternity benefit kung nasa ibang lugar ang iyong asawa? Made-decline po kayo. So this is 7 days. Special leave for women, kababaihan ulit. Pag tayo ay naoperahan due to gynecological disorder, our physician will inform us na eto yung number of days na pwede mong i-avail. Mag-recuperate ka, operahan ka eh. Babayaran ng employer nyo ang araw na ikaw ay naka-special leave for women. Solo parent, kailangan nyo pong mag-secure ng ID sa DSWD or other government agency. Depende sa probinsya nyo, ha? So, if you have a solo parent ID, you have an additional 7 days leave. Ang purpose, para po sa inyong anak. So, mga school activities, kung may sakit siya at walang mag-aalaga. Leave for victims of VAUC or violence against women and their children. Ito yung type of leave na bihirang-bihira naming makita. Walang gumagamit halos. So kapag ang babae ay biktima ng abuse, kung hindi man siya yung anak niya, the women employee can file for leave. Ang purpose, medical and legal reasons. So 13th month pay, ayan po, inaabangan ng lahat. Dapat maibigay on or before December 24 bago magpasko. What's the computation? The basic computation is your total salary. January plus February plus March until December, divide by 12. Basic lang po, hindi kasama ang OT nyo or holiday pay or night shift. Basic, yung 695 lang ang basis niyan. So, security of tenure, as I mentioned, regular employees can only be terminated if there is cause and due process. Okay? Just cause. If, maikli lang naman to, kasalanan nyo. May na-violate kayong company rules na ang consequence ay pagtanggal sa inyo. Examples, serious misconduct, willful disobedience, gross and habitual neglect of duty, fraud, commission of a crime, and other analogous causes. In short, kasalanan nyo. Authorized cause, hindi nyo kasalanan, pero kailangan ng company na tanggalin ka. Anong reason? Maaaring nag-install sila ng machine or labor-saving devices, hindi ka na kailangan na palitan ka ng makina. Redundancy, meron nang gumagawa ng trabaho mo. Redundant ka. Retrenchment to prevent losses, closure, or if you're sick at hindi ka gagaling within a period of 6 months. So, yun yung authorized cause natin. Due process, madali lang naman. We call it the twin notice rule. The first notice, your employer should notify you kung ano ang na-violate mong company policy or ano yung reason for the termination. So if it's just cause, bibigyan ka ng iyong karapatan para mapakinggan or your right to be heard. Dapat 5 days, minimum of 5 days. Then during that 5 days, dapat mag-submit ka rin naman ng sagot mo. So depende na lang what happens in between, management prerogative na. Ang mahalaga na bigyan ka ng 5 days to defend yourself. So in between, maaaring magkaroon ng admin hearing, investigation, depende ha, management prerogative. Pero twin notice rule kasi the first is the notice to explain and the second is the decision. Ita-terminate ka ba o do they find you innocent? Depende. So yun po yung ating due process. Ayan. Di ba sabi ko critical ang 5th month for probationary employee kasi dapat 30 days alam nyo na kung kayo ay tatanggalin o hindi. So other rights ng obligation ng ating employer at karapatan nyo, you have a right to a safe working condition. So appropriate seats, adequate passageways, exits, dapat separate yung facilities for men and women, appropriate safety devices or personal protective equipment, medicine, ayan. Jobs may be hazardous or non-hazardous, kailangan meron silang mga contingents for you. Kumbaga safe ka. Kompleto ang personal protective equipment mo. So you have a right to participate in policy and decision-making process in matters directly affecting them, including fixing of wage and resolution of labor disputes. Ito po, I would like to emphasize, ang tawag namin dito mandatory social welfare benefits. I'm talking about SSS, Pag-ibig at PhilHealth. Okay? Hindi siya optional, mandatory. Kailangan ibawas sa sweldo nyo. Protection nyo yan. We have the SSS, ECC, Employees Compensation Commission, housing program yung Pag-ibig, and the PhilHealth. So, mandatory yan ha. Hindi nyo pwedeng sabihin, pwede bang wag na lang akong bawasan? Sayang yung sweldo ko. Kailangan i-cover kayo nito. Ayan, so management responsibilities, they are required to comply with labor standards, comply with their contracts with you, kung ano man yung nakastipulate doon. Just and humane treatments of employee, yung duty of care na tinatawag natin. Compliance with requirements of due process and implementation of sound and clear company policies and rules and regulation. Meaning, dapat sa simula ng employment nyo, maipaliwanag sa inyo kung ano yung mga company rules. Para alam nyo if ever, if you're violating anything, alam nyo rin yung consequences. Clear, hopefully written, yung mga company rules sa inyo. Ayan po, so we went over this. Labor standards covers the wages in the form of your overtime, night shift, holiday, SIL, minimum wage, 13th month, weekly rest period, meal and rest period, retirement pay, paternity, ang dami, maternity, sexual harassment, OSH. Ayan po. So if you have any questions, this is our contact number. Kung kayo po ay magiging empleyado sa Makati and Pasay, you can reach us through this contact details. And I hope na kuha nyo yung handbook namin para may guide kayo, no? So wag kayong puro tanong kay AI kasi minsan nagkakamali sila. Lalo na hindi nila alam yung mga Supreme Court decision sa Pilipinas. Okay? So, mas maganda, magtanong kayo. I mean, we have the contact details. Open naman ang any government office to answer your queries. So, again po, my name is Kaiselin Quinones. Hopefully, in that short period of time, I was able to discuss, na-prepare kayo kung ano yung mga expectations nyo when it comes to salaries and benefits as an employee of a private sector in the Philippines. So, thank you po. Ayan. Okay. So, onting tiis na lang, guys. Alam ko lunch nyo na. It is my pleasure to introduce the next speaker, our partner from PESO, Mr. Easy Luis Pascua, Community Affairs Assistant 1.
Saan po yung next?
Ito yung next.
Ano, ikaw muna? Sige.
Good morning, University of Makati. Gising pa ba ang lahat? Ayan. So I think magiging mabilis naman yung talk namin since naipaliwanag na ni Ma'am Caitlin halos lahat. So we are the PESO, but first of all, we want to extend our congratulations to each and everyone sa inyong upcoming graduation. I know your dedication has finally paid off and konting-konti na lang, malapit na sa exciting part. So, I know na as you prepare to enter the world of your work, it is normal to feel both excited and also uncertain about what will come up next. So, Makati PESO is here to provide you a kickstart and also introduce some of our programs. So, Mr. E.C. Pascual will provide insights and also introduce our programs so you know what to do after graduation. So, Sir E.C.
So, good afternoon po everyone. Gutom na po ba kayo lahat? So, ayun po, before I start po, so, yung masasabi ko lang po is my heart is full po sa pagpunta po dito sa UMak. Dahil po siya sa dalawang bagay. So, first is dahil sa akin and second is para sa inyo po. So, share ko lang po, ako po ay graduate po ng University of Makati po. So, next naman po is natutuwa po ako kasi after a very long journey, finally po is gagraduate na po kayo. So, palakpakan naman po natin yung mga sarili natin. So ito lang po, para makapag-lunch na po tayo, isi-share ko lang po sa inyo yung mga programs po ng opisina po namin. So, for the first po is, meron po bang may idea dito kung ano po ang PESO? Kung ano po yung PESO office? Meron po ba? Wala. So ayun. So siguro yung iba sa inyo is nag-iisip na, sir baka is current Philippine currency po. So baka may nag-iisip po sa inyo ng ganun. So hindi po ito yon. So yung mabibigay ko po sa inyo is knowledge, opportunities, and yung mga programs po na pwede namin i-provide para sa inyo. So yung agenda po natin is tatakbo lang po sa, ayun po, programs and services and how to be a presentable and professional po. So next po is i-define po natin what is PESO po. So Makati PESO is created to provide employment assistance to all unemployed and underemployed residents of the City of Makati po. So it provides employers and local policymakers information and labor market trends and coordinate with DOLE for the implementation of its various labor and employment program activities. So next naman po is, lahat na po ba tayo dito is may naiisip na kung ano yung gusto nating maging trabaho? O kaya po meron na po ba tayong alam na papasukan nating companies? Meron na po ba? O wala pa? So wala pa. So dito po is, okay. So first po is meron po kaming employers accreditation. So dito po sa Job Referral and Placement Program, pwede po kayo pumunta sa PESO office o mag-login po sa link namin and then makikita nyo po doon yung mga available vacancies po na pinoprovide po ni PESO. So once po na makakita po kayo doon nang sa tingin nyo accurate sa inyo, sa skills nyo, pwede po kayong mag-apply sa amin and tatry po natin siyang i-match sa inyo and ibibigay po natin doon sa employers po na gusto nyong pasukan. So next naman po is, kung wala pa rin po kayong nakita doon sa list po namin, meron po kaming ino-offer na mga job fairs. So hindi lang po yung isa, but 4 po siya. So meron po kaming job fairs. So first po is yung mega job fair po namin. So consisting of at least 50 companies po siya. So local and overseas po siya. Ginagawa po siya twice a year. So yung recent po namin is nung May 1 po sa Walter Mart po. And then meron din po kami, kung interested po kayo, i-invite ko po sana kayo by by June, magkakaroon din po kami ng mega job fair sa Walter Mert po. So, paabangan na lang po siya sa My Makati page po for more information. Next one is, sir, paano pag hindi ako naka-attend ng job fair o kaya hindi ko nakita yung mga list po ng vacancies namin? So, may ino-offer din po kami na in-house job fair. So, conducted po to at least twice a month po sa Peso premises po. So at least 3 companies po yan. So yan po, pwede po nyong makita yan through My Makati po. Pinupost po namin kung kailan siya. So next naman po is private and other institution or job fairs. So ito naman po yung ginagawa sa mga schools o kaya po sa mga private vicinities po. So invite ko lang din po kayo sa Thursday and Friday. Magkakaroon po tayo ng job fair dito po sa UMak. Ayan po. So ayun po, meron din po tayong LRA or Local Recruitment Activity. So next naman po is, pag naghahanap po tayo ng trabaho, di ba po, unang iisipin po natin yung mga documents po natin. Tama po ba? Okay. So ang iniisip po natin, syempre, gagastos po tayo sa documents po natin. So good thing is, meron po tayong batas tungkol dyan o kaya si First Time Job Seekers Act. So ito po ay an act waiving government fees and charges in the issuance of documents required and the application for employment of first-time job seekers. So ano-ano nga po ba yung mga documents na po yun? So first po is yung mga certificate po such as the birth and marriage certificate, transcript of academic issued records po ng state colleges po natin, a card such as TIN and UMIT IDs and other documents po na required po ng pagpapasukan nyo. So take note po is bago tayo makakuha nito ng libreng mga documents, kailangan po muna natin i-secure na meron po tayong first-time job seeker na certificate po na i-issued po ng mga barangay. Nakikinig pa po ba tayo lahat? Okay. So next naman po, ano po pa yung another programs po ni Peso? So kami rin po ay nagpupunta po kami sa mga schools para po mag-career orient po. So meron po kaming CDSP or Career Development Support Program. So ang target naman po natin dito is mga junior high school para po ma-orient natin sila at mabigyan pa ng idea tungo doon sa tatahakin po nila ng mga courses po. So next naman po is meron tayong Labor and Employment Education Services or LES, which is yung ginagawa po natin ngayon or yung LEGS, para po ma-orient din po kayo about sa mga selections po na pwede nyo makuha after graduation po. So ito naman po, kung meron po si Beso na long-term program, meron din po kaming emergency program para sa inyo. So ito po, so meron po kaming SPES or the Special Program for Employment Students po. So from the word itself, from the title itself, student po. So ang tinatarget po natin dito ay students po. So tinatarget din po natin dito, binibigyan natin ng chance yung mga OSY po. But after po ng kanilang contract doon sa companies po na napili nila is nag-expect po tayo na babalik sila sa kanilang school. So baka po may kakilala ka po kayo dyan. Ayan po. So ito po yung link at saka po yung other requirements. So yung open po natin kay SPES ay si Jollibee and Jesus Coffee po. So next naman po, meron po ba ditong nag-GIP na? Wala pa po. So ito po, si Dolly po, in partnership with Peso po ay may ino-open po kami na Government Internship Program or GIP. So it aims to provide temporary gainful employment po. So yung qualifications po niya is 18 to 30 years old, Makati residents, and currently unemployed. So kung si Dolly po is meron po siyang GIP, tayo naman po dito sa ating city ay meron po tayong MIP. So may nakakaalam po ba ng MIP dito? Okay. So ayan po, meron po tayong mga MIP dito sa schools and sa other offices po natin. So same din po kay GIP, ang target din po natin dito ay Makati Youth po. So flashed on your screen po is yung mga requirements po and yung qualification. So for more information po, pwede po kayong tumingin doon sa My Makati page po. Next na one po is Dole Integrated Livelihood and Emergency Employment Program or DLEP. So program po siya ni Peso, ay ni Dole in partnership with Peso. So ano nga po ba ito? So, DOLE program implemented by PESO for the vulnerable working poor. So, dito po is, pwede po tayo mag-apply and then i-filter po if pasok po ba tayo doon sa mga qualifications ni DOLE. So, nagbibigay po dito ng packages such as bigasan po and nego cards po para po makapag-umpisa tayo ng maliit po na negosyo. Next naman po is tupad. May alam po ba dito kung ano yung tupad? Okay, sila po yung mga nakapula na tumutulong para maging malinis po yung mga streets po natin. Okay. So, meron po ba ditong sumali sa tupad? So, ayan po, program po siya ni DOLE na in partnership din po with PESO. So, kung meron po si DOLE na tupad, ano po yung meron sa Makati? So, meron din po tayong PTP o Pantawid Trabaho Program. So, same din po siya is emergency program din po siya ng PESO na binibigay po sa ating Makati people po. So, okay. Dito po ang kaibahan po nila. Hello, nakikinig pa po lahat? Okay. Kay PTP po is binibigyan naman po natin sila ng opportunities para tulungan po especially sa ating mga streets para maging malinis, and as of now po is binibigyan po natin sila ng opportunities na makapaglingkod po sa iba't ibang ahensya ng ating opisina sa City Hall. So, ano po ba yung minimum wage po natin ng agriculture kung nakinig po kayo kanina kay ma'am? 600 ano po? 695 po. So, may hindi mga nakinig. So, ayan po. As of now po is, ang total days po na tinatrabaho po nila ay 15 days. So, kung ayan, 695 times 15, meron ka pong 10,425 pesos na makukuha po. Okay. So, ayan po. Mag-open po yung PTP po namin para sa susunod na batch. So, kung meron pong interested, baka may kakilala po kayong interested, pwede po kayong mag-abang po sa My Makati page po. Next naman po. Ito naman po yung mga help desk natin. So, meron tayong Labor Relation Help Desk po, Double Single Entry Approach or SENA, and Overseas Worker Help Desk po para po sa may mga kamag-anak o na OFW po. So, next naman po is, alam ko po yung iba sa atin dito is, gusto po mag-settle na magtrabaho sa ibang bansa. So, meron din pong help desk si PESO and si DOLE dyan. So, ayan po yung Anti-Illegal Recruitment Help Desk. Tapos, flashed on your screen po yung 10 kautusan po para makaiwas sa illegal recruitment. So, okay pa po ba? Gising pa po tayo lahat? Okay. Mahina po? Isa pa po? Ay, parang mahina po dito. Gising pa po ba tayo? Okay. So, ito naman po. So, alam na po natin kung ano yung mga ino-offer ni PESO when it comes to opportunities or mga jobs. So, next naman po is tips for a job interview po. So, next one is to prepare your resume or your CV. Kailangan po, pag gagawa po tayo ng resume, kailangan po make it concise po. Wag na po tayo maglalagay ng kung ano-ano pa. Kailangan po detailed po yung ilalagay natin kasi mas okay po yung ganon. Next one is to prospect company analysis. Kailangan po, alam po natin kung ano ipapasukan natin ng company. Alam po natin yung mission niya, yung vision niya, and yung objective po niya, kung pasok po ba siya sa atin. Next one is think about the question that might ask. Anticipate possible questions. So, bago po tayo mag-apply, tanungin po natin kung bakit ako yung dapat mong kunin. Sa tons po na applicants na nag-a-apply, bakit ikaw yung dapat nilang makuha? So, kailangan alam mo po yun sa sarili mo. Next one is take note of them by saying, good morning, ma'am, good afternoon. Kasi po, by that is, ina-acknowledge mo po yung presence po nila. Next one is no sugarcoating, just be honest and make it concise. So always be straight on the point pag ini-interview po tayo ni interviewer po. Next one, ano nga po ba yung appropriate interview attire? So ito po, flashed on your screen. So dapat po, pag pupunta po tayo sa interview dapat po is appropriate po tayo kasi first impression what? So ayun, mahina, first impression? Okay, first impression last. Pag nakita po nila kayo na maayos po, presentable, ibig sabihin po, importante po sa inyo yung pagpunta po doon sa kanila. So, ayun lang po. Thank you. For more information and queries po, gutom na sila. So, ayun po. For more information and queries, pwede po kayong mag-contact dito and pumunta sa PESA office po. Thank you po.
Thank you very much, Engineer Quinones, Mr. Pascua, and Mr. Pedrola for sharing valuable and practical insights for our graduating students. We will now proceed with the presentation of certificates of appreciation. May we call on Ms. Cynthia Margareta Jose, the Director of Center for Linkages and Placement, for the awarding of certificates. And Professor Virgilio Tabu. Allow me to read the citation. This certificate of appreciation is hereby presented to our keynote speakers for generously sharing their knowledge and expertise during University Career Forum 2026 for the second semester, academic year 2025-2026, with the theme, Shaping Future, Rise with Purpose, Shine with Innovation Anywhere, held on 19th day of May 2026 at the University of Makati. The following speakers are hereby recognized: Engineer Caitlin M. Quinones, Ms. Izzy Luis Pascua, Mr. Orlando Pedrola. Sir, photo of certificates.
Okay po. Look here. 1, 2. One more. 1, 2.
Sir.
Okay po.
Once again, thank you very much to our keynote speakers for your time, effort, and meaningful contributions to today's program.
Last one. 1, 2.
As we come to the closing of today's program, it is fitting that we hear a message that will inspire us to carry forward that we have learned. Our next speaker has been a strong pillar in promoting student welfare, development, and meaningful engagement within the university. Through his leadership, programs and initiatives continue to empower students to grow not only as future professionals, but as individuals with purpose and responsibility. To give us our send-off message, let us welcome the Vice President for the Student Services and Community Development, Professor Virgilio B. Tabu.
Magandang hapon na pala. I would like to, at this closing, pay compliment to this effort of the Center for Linkages and Placement for gathering you in this fitting climax of your stay in the University of Makati before we let you go and find your needs in the center stage. You are now being pushed. You are now being pushed to the center stage, and we hope that you know what to do when you finally find yourselves at the center stage. When I say center stage, that's the real world. And where is the real world? There, outside, in the industry, right? I believe, and we in the management are confident that our speakers, our resource speakers, have brought you into the mindset of understanding why it is important that before we let you go, you have to understand. You have to understand. You have to clearly define for yourselves, okay, the ethics of service out there in the industry. Okay? And we are confident that we have taught you well of that ethics of service that I'm saying. Right? And of course, no, you have to express your gratitude to the Center for Linkages and Placement. Kasi yan yung opisina na nagsisimula at nagtatapos ng lahat. 'Di ba? Hindi kami papayag na palalabasin kayo na hindi kayo dumadaan sa opisina na yan at natutunan nyo ang lahat, no, na kailangan matutunan bago kayo lumabas. Okay? Pasalamatan nyo yung opisina na yan at balik-balikan nyo. Magbigay kayo ng feedback. You will be the best person when you finally find yourselves at the center stage after graduation. You will be the best person to tell us what we have done well and what we have missed doing. You will be the best providers of feedbacks. When you finally be immersed in the industry, huwag kayong maramot. Balikan nyo kami at sabihin nyo, Sir, Ma'am, ito yung natutunan namin sa inyo na nagagamit namin sa industry. At ito naman, yung hindi namin natutunan na kailangan pala namin sa industry. Kaya dapat ituro nyo sa amin. Di ba? Dapat ganun ang attitude nyo. You will be the best providers of feedback so that that feedback will be processed into a desired output or outcome. Okay? So we are confident that we have taught you well. We are confident that you will carry the name of the university with pride. Okay? And we are just grateful. We are just grateful to our partners, especially in the industry and in the government agencies, because they have clearly defined for us what are the next trend of jobs that will be available in the future, considering the milestone in technology. Di ba? Right? 5 to 10 years from now, okay, the landscape of education and the landscape of the industry will change. Definitely, it will change. And so, now we have to prepare ourselves with that kind of learning and working environment. Because AI is tremendously changing the game in the industry today. Okay? So you tell us, after your immersion in the industry, you tell us, come back to us, tell us what exactly we need to also change in the curriculum. Baka mamaya hindi na natin kailangan ng 1,000 hours. Di ba? O baka kailangan natin 2,000 hours. So we have to recalibrate our curriculum. Di ba? Kasi, di ba, mas matimbang yung natututunan natin sa industriya ay sa trabaho kaysa sa natututunan natin sa classroom. I tell you. Ha? So we have to capture all those competencies learned in the industry so that we can integrate in the curriculum that we are implementing. The greatest threat, okay, the greatest threat for you, young graduates, no, definitely you will be graduating, is not China or it is not India when it comes to BPO industry. Dati, ang threat sa atin, China, mahusay mag-English. Kalaban natin sa BPO, ang India. Diba? Ngayon, hindi. Ano ang kalaban nyo? Technology. Di ba? Because the technology can replace the BPO agent. Di ba? So you have to, qualify yourself with the kind of competencies that is emerging in the industry now. Pero, magbago-bago man ng landscape ng learning and working environment, merong hindi magbabago. At ano yon? Yung sinasabi ko kanina, yung ethics of service. AI cannot alter that. Okay? So you always carry the name of your university. We are confident that we have taught you well with that ethics of service. And come back to us, tell us your stories, your success stories. Because I believe Ma'am Cynthia has prepared you well. So, would you like to give a big hand to the CLP people? So, go forth, di ba? Spread your wings as herons and allow yourselves to be pushed in the center stage with confidence that you know what to do when you finally find yourselves. Maraming salamat at magandang hapon sa inyong lahat.
Thank you so much, Sir Tabu. Before we officially end the program, we have some important announcement for everyone. Our final event for this semester will be the Mega Job Fair, happening this Thursday to Friday, May 21 to 22, 2026 at 1 p.m. at the University Volleyball Court. We highly encourage all students, especially our graduating students, to participate as this is a required activity. Please be reminded that the certificate you will receive from the Mega Job Fair will form part of your internship clearance requirements. Kindly ensure your full participation and attendance. For the certificate of participation for today's career forum, the feedback form will be posted on our official Facebook page. After accomplishing the form, please print the confirmation page and bring it to the office. This will serve as your basis for the signing and release of certificates, which will be held on May 25, 2026 at 9 a.m. We kindly ask everyone to make sure that your attendance has been properly recorded before leaving the venue. And for those students po na hindi nakapasok kanina but nakapag-register po on-site, if may mga friends kayo na kasama doon, please tell them po na ipopost naman po yung video recorded ni CLP and magsagot po sila ng feedback form para po magkaroon po sila ng certificates pa rin.